Hey, Chris, how's it going? Howdy. So, yeah, we've been having. Hey, wow, there we go. It registered that you're there. I am. I thought I was gonna go live earlier today, and that was so not gonna happen. Thank you for coming. I'm trying to log into this real quick. I want to see if I can show you some photos, but it's easier to show you on this tablet. So, ooh, okay. Maybe there. Andrea B, happy Sunday. Hi, hello, everybody. Hi, how's it going? Oh, okay. So that's the wrong password. Mm. You know what? I have password keeper, but do I actually remember to put the passwords in my password keeper? No. So look at this. This is a first world problem, right? I need this to unlock that or something. Hang on. Let me see. And everything's like double authentic. Please tell me I'm not the only one that forgets all the passwords. I forget all the passwords, which is why I'm paying for a monthly password keeper or an annual password keeper that I still forget to actually okay, that's that. Okay, what email did I use? Dang it. Okay. Well, let's just see if this will work. Oh dear. And every time I change my password, I'm like, I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I never remember it. I never remember. And then this happens every time. So how are you guys been? Andrea, Chris, what was your Sunday like? Did you do anything? My husband's in the kitchen if you hear sound. So this microphone, I don't get it. I was listening to some of my videos and I'm like, why is it so faint? But you can hear the water that my dog is drinking out of his water bowl 20 feet away, and I'm a foot away, and sometimes you can't hear me. I don't get it. Will someone say something in the chats just so I know they're chatting or the chats are working? Um, let's see. That's not the right. No, that's not the right password. I typed it in wrong. First world problems. Okay, let's do this again. And log in. Okay, this might be a me chat problem. Oh, you know what? I said, oh no. Let me try that again. Can you type something? I think I had my chats funneled incorrectly. So I said I changed the live chat. Oh, there we go. Hey, Linda S. I'm gonna turn you into, if you're willing, to be one of my moderators. I think you were, and I'm gonna do it again. You can. I need. Awesome. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, add as moderator. Standard moderator. See, I thought I had, but man, I still don't. I don't think I will ever understand YouTube. That's not the right password either. No. Okay, I'm just going to have to figure that out later because I'm trying to use this tool that I bought just for this so I could show you guys photos on an iPad versus my little teeny tiny cell phone because I wanted to show you what I did today. And I took a bunch of photos. And if you're in my Facebook groups, you will have seen them, but not everybody is, which is why we're doing this live. Let's see. Let me go to, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go to my photos. Sorry for the silence. I sincerely apologize, but I'm a YouTuber that just says play first and thinks later, apparently. You just made me a mod. Thanks. Yes, you are my mod. So all you get to do is you get to kick out trolls, but we have all of 5 people with us, and we're good. Um, so anything potentially questionable, hate speech, or actually, I do need to talk about this, a little bit of housekeeping. My live from Friday isn't accessible. It was a 4-hour live that I had to put to private. We had some conversations that were awesome, but they're not exactly YouTube friendly. And so my friend Julie, who was on there with me, she took it and she edited it. But because I'm not a premium member of YouTube, I can't download it and re-upload it. So she edited it. It's on her page. So it's been cut down to take out all the things that YouTube will not like. So just to be safe, because I don't want to get kicked off YouTube when I just started, at least like to make 1 year first. Well, some of it could have been, and I had to go back and reread some of the guidelines. And yes, there was a few sections in there that, according to, if somebody had reported me, would have flagged. Because they would have said, yeah, this qualifies. Because you have to go. So this is what I'm talking about. YouTube, you have to go into their community guidelines and then kind of drill down. It's not like simple. Don't say these words. Say these words. It's very much, if this can be implied this way, then you can be in trouble if somebody reports you. So once I thought of that and I talked to Julie, I said, Julie, yeah, let's cut those things out. And it wasn't very much, but because she did the editing, and I didn't buy premium, it's fine. I didn't have it monetized anyway. So it was just me spending 4 hours hanging out with my friends, which I love. So, and it's still on the internet. She has it. She just has the cut down version. And it's still only cut down by half an hour, guys. It's not like we missed a lot, but I really wanted to come on today to show you guys and talk about this, because I need to thank you, Linda S, for being my moderator today, because Linda Passos is in the other side of the planet, and it's a whopping midnight over there, so she's sleeping. I can I'll text you. I don't want to say it out loud because I already had to edit the video because of it. So I'll tell you, I'll text you later, Linda. Oh my gosh, I was up late with Super Jacob too. Super Jacob, like y'all don't know, my wonderful 8 viewers. He does a pre-show on Saturday, and you have to be a tier 2 member to get to the pre-show every Saturday. But if you're a tier 1 member, which is like the $2.99 membership, you get the first Saturday of the month. So a lot of people, this is the only pre-show they get to watch. And he didn't start it till 10:30 Central Time. So he's on West Coast time, I believe, based on when he goes live. So I'm pretty sure it was like only 7 p.m. for him. But for me, it was like, it's 10:30. Anyway, hi Melissa. Melissa, I'm still looking for those bags. I promise I will find them. This might take a while for me to find, but when I find them, I will show you all. Melissa and I are working on a potential collab trade if I can find the bags and if she wants them. But I thought about you today, Melissa. I took a photo of all of the Rowans at the outlet. That's part of what I did today. He didn't start till 8:30 West Coast. Oh, yeah. So it was like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 Central, because I think you're 3 hours behind me. Pre-show, the regular show came on at midnight. Yeah, the regular show for me, you came on at 2 a.m. Okay, you're 2 hours behind me then, not 3, 2 hours. Yeah, so it was crazy town, because I was just like, I went to sleep after the pre-show, and then I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, spent 2 hours listening to his live, because he had one of the people I love listening to is Sergio's Secrets. If you don't follow Sergio, he's a Dallas-based luxury YouTuber. And I've watched him for years, and he went off for a while. He didn't post for a long time, and now he's posting again. Oh yeah, so let me show you what I had to do today. So breathe. I went to the store to get my watch adjusted. So I told y'all I bought this watch. Let me get a big photo that I can show you. Focus. So That's my watch, right? And it's a man's watch, so it's a very large on my wrist. It's so much real estate on my wrist, I actually had to move one of my bracelets to my other wrist. So this is I love The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is my favorite, Disney anything. So I had to go so the Citizen store that can adjust your watch band, so I bought the watch from Macy's, but it came about 2.5 links too big. So I had to go and get it adjusted. And if you go to a Citizen store, they'll adjust it for you. You don't have to buy, I mean, because it's a Citizen store. Now, normally other brands, maybe they'll have a fee. I don't know. But this is a solar watch. So this watch it has a rechargeable battery. So on a solar charge, it just continually charges. So anyway, because I was already at the outlets, so I was at the Prime outlets over in San Marcos, Texas, because that's about 30-40 minutes from where I live. And then that's where the watch place was, right? So I went and I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was important. Mm. And if y'all watched my morning, this morning's video of mine, this is my pajamas that I bought from Temu that I love. Yes, I am in my pajamas. Um, So this is the Rowan quilted that they have at the outlet. Now this bag's still on sale. I think it's about $130 right now. Um, yes, my panda pajamas. And this is the quilted from the regularcoach.com. And there is a distinct difference between these two leathers. I was actually surprised. I'm the one who's always saying there's no difference. Well, there's a difference. So this you can see is a little less shiny, but still glossy, but not shiny. The Rowan quilted is a little bit it's a different leather finish. So this is actually softer. So this is a 200 no. This is a $95, I think $95 regular price. 99 right under $100. And then it right now they have some on sale for I think 30% off in some places, the same card case. But that Rowan's $130 on sale. So I mean, size per size, it's not the same thing. But I was very surprised. So this little card case that I got for $100, or you can buy a whole bag for $130. So the bag, of course, I would go with the bag, but there is a difference in how it feels. I was very surprised. I really was, because I'm the first person to say, no, there's no difference. Now, this is that mini tote that you've seen. That's for $100. It's still $100. It was supposed to be a doorbuster for uh, or I think they're called they were doorbusters or something, door something, for Black Friday, but they just stayed that way. They never went to a different price. Always this launched and then they stayed that way, and they had quite a few of those. And here is the Melissa. I'll text this to you also. This is the bag of. Let me see. Don't focus on my face. This is all the Rowans they had. They had a lot of Rowans, but the colors were not very bright. They were very subdued. So these are black. There's glossy black, canvas black with the classic CCs, black and red with the classic CCs, white, cream, neutral. This is one that I was looking at. This is the color block. That's a color block one that I really liked, like a beechwood color. That was really cool. Now this bag I was smitten with. I didn't get the name of it. This is don't fade out. It is a quilted white puffy bag, but it didn't look really good on me. I put it on my shoulder. Okay, so my husband went with me, right? So this morning I went to church and I stayed. And Christmas is the hardest time of year for me. Point blank, period. Thanksgiving I can muddle through. Christmas is just rough. Christmas has always been rough for me. There's been so many expectations, so much stuff happening that I have a really hard time with it. And today, if you we go to the Methodist church. So in the Methodist church, our church follows the common lectionary, and today is the beginning of Advent. So Advent is the Christmas season, waiting until, technically the birth of Christ. Dee Dee Bean! Oh, that's you who texted me? I just saw that. I got a bunch of texts. I haven't seen who texted me yet. Yes, hey Dee Dee. I'm so excited about your vacation. I've just kind of learned out how to do a live with a group or with two people. It's not that easy, but I went live last Friday with Jolie. Now I don't have the live on um my channel. It's on her channel. Long story. But your cruise, yes. If y'all don't know, everybody, Dee Dee Bean went on a cruise to Cancun. Was it Cancun or Cozumel? Anyway, wherever you went, it looked amazing. You looked so happy. She did a quick live while she was on her cruise, which was so much fun. So if you haven't seen Dee Dee Bean's channel, she is also a YouTube content creator. And so is Melissa's Corner, who is hanging out with us, that I see in the chat. So we have like 9 people here, but not everybody's chatter. But the people who are chatting, we have 2 content creators, and they're both doing, I believe they're both doing Vlogmas. I am so behind. So DDB went to Cozumel and Costa Maya, and she went on the Carnival cruise line, I believe, out of Galveston, and it looked like so much fun. And Dee Dee, I am right there if you guys want to do the meetup cruise. I will talk my husband into. Now we are going on a cruise in April, but oh, she went on the Carnival Dream. Yay! So, but what I was saying was, oh, living with Meredith. I'm a hey, hi Meredith. It's probably a.m. morning. Nice to see you. And Living Lux with Meredith is also a content creator. And Rael's Closet. All my friends, yay! Hi friends. And I am so not keeping up with Vlogmas. Today is day 3, guys. It's day 3, and I'm like drowning in videos. There's so many videos. I'm like trying to keep up with my normal daily, and then and tomorrow I'm going to a work convention. I will be offline. Like I will not be on the internet. I will not be watching YouTube. I will be trying to be a good, attentive employee and go to this convention that my company is paying for, so I can get some good wisdom and knowledge, right? So, yeah, but I am having the worst time trying to find all of this. Like I'm getting all these notifications because so many people are vlogging that I'm like, okay, I know I saw a notification, but where did it go? So I go to my feed. I'm like, where did that go? But anyway, just to backtrack real quick, talking about church. So I went to church, and church is really rough for me because this is the beginning of Advent. So this is the first day of Advent, and we followed the common lectionary, and we were so the common lectionary is a plan of Sunday sermons going all the way through the Bible the New Testament within a 3-year cycle, and most of the Old Testament. So now we are in the lectionary B, which is the second, the middle part. And that means it's been a year since I've been attending this church because I started at lectionary A right at the very first sermon. So that's a huge milestone for me to have attended church and most of all the Sundays within an entire calendar year. And our church went through a split. So much stuff happened. But I only attended part of the service and listened to the sermon, and I booked it. I'm like, because the Christmas tree's up, they're lighting the Advent wreath. I mean, there's doing all this stuff, right? And I'm just like, I just gonna just not hang out here. I'm trying not to rain on everybody's parade. Everybody's having this awesome, all these awesome vlogging and Christmas. And for me, Christmas is the hardest time of year. Dee Dee says, same here. After my dad's funeral, that Thanksgiving, the cruise is, yeah, I'm so behind. Yeah, just life happened. Like, I don't know, Dee Dee, if you know this, but James's father died November the 18th. So that whole Christmas week was just like, a blur, and I don't quite remember it. But it's been crazy. And so anyway, but happy talk. We're moving away from that. So we're going to shopping. So I went shopping today because I had to go get my watch adjusted, and I went to the Citizen store. I love the Citizen store. I have a watch problem. I don't need 10 watches. I might have 10 watches. And I was debating on returning this watch because I'm like, oh, I don't really need another one. The last watch I bought, I told myself I was not going to buy another one. And then there I was buying this watch. And I'm like, I can't justify this. There's no justification. There's just none. Um, there's just pure joy. But we went to the outlets, and then so since I was going there, I told James, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the outlets," and then I stopped at the house real quick because he didn't go to church with me to grab the watch box, and he's like, and he just woken up, it's like, "Hey, do you want to come with me?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, and I'm looking at him like, "You're chaperoning." He's like, "Yes." So, so we go to the outlet, and I go to the Coach store first, and I'm so excited because my friend had just gone to the Coach store in Florida, and she had all these 70% off all of the Disney stuff that had sold out online was in the store, right? And I've been to the store she went to. And yeah, total chaperone moment. So we go into the Coach store. I'm like, "You don't have to come in with me." And he's like, "Yes, I do." I'm like, "Okay." So and it was fun. I took pictures for all kinds. I didn't take as many pictures as I wanted, but there was really boring. The colors were really dull. And this is a Coach outlet, guys. So it's not the Coach boutique. And so it just had the outlet things. They actually had a whole section of all the tabbies, all the different sizes of tabbies. And they're not on sale, but I think they're doing that to show people. I mean, I don't know if you can buy them or not. I didn't ask, but I'd never seen regular boutique tabbies. The tabby bag is not an outlet version. The tabby is a boutique version. The outlet version of the tabby is the Morgan. So I was like, why are they showing the tabbies when the Morgan is the outlet counterpart, right? So anyway, it was really, really hey, Dee Dee. Meredith says she's listening. She might not be reading the chats, but Meredith, Dee Dee says it's daytime for you. Yeah, she says she's working. It's morning time for her. Um, and so anyhow, we went to the Coach outlet, looked at all the cool stuff. There was almost nothing 70% off. Almost nothing. Yeah, 11 a.m. Wow, Monday morning. Whew. Yeah, it is a 6 p.m. Let's see, 11 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, but in the morning. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, that makes it easy for me. My mom's in Thailand right now, and she's just directly opposite of us. So the same thing with maybe there's an hour difference. Um, yeah, my mom has called me at the weirdest times. I'm like, mom. It's like we're on the other side of the globe. So then we went to the Dooney and Burke store. Oh, I was in heaven. I was in so much joy. It was giddy, happy Jackie, ridiculousness, guys. I was just like having so much fun. I took 40 something photos because they had things in that outlet I had never seen before. Um Yes. I actually did bring them, and I thought of you, Dee Dee. I have them. I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna keep one of them, I think, but I think I got some. Where did I put them? Anyway, where I don't even know where I put my bag when I came in today. Anyway, yes, I'm giving you a couple stickers because when we were in the Dooney store, so Dooney, for those who do not know who Dooney and Burke is, it's an American purse company, and they've been around for a long time, but they only do one product line. So everything that's actually in the outlet truly is an outlet, um, just a seasonal color that they're transitioning out. So they even carry full retail items in there, with it'll say price is marked or 40% off. But Dooney's been having a lot of sales. So a lot of the stuff that was in there, I'm like, I've never seen some of the stuff go to the outlet. So a lot of the stuff you get off I Love Dooney, which is also their online outlet. That's also their other season stuff. Well, I go into the store and I'm like, the one Luxational. Hey, Luxational. They had the one French blue Dooney and Burke mailbag. So the mailbag is I put it behind me. It's about this big and so tall. Actually, I have a photo of it. And the mailbag, I put it on. I immediately put it on, and I just wanted to buy it. And I wore it the entire time I was in the store. And it's this one right here. So it's a small crossbody bag. This front pocket has a very narrow depth, and it's just the most amazing color, the French blue color. They don't make this color anymore. This is a unicorn bag at regular retail. And I asked the lady, like, how do you have a French blue bag? They don't make French blue anymore. She goes, we got some stock from the warehouse. And, and she says, we actually had another one, but it sold immediately. And I'm like, I want that blue. And then James is like, Jackie, she's like, do you want the blue because you like the bag, or you want the color because it's rare? And I'm like, dang. Hey, Brian. Hey, Starlight. So so what did James do, my chaperone? He pulls up our bills, right? He's looking at our credit and our debit and whatever. And he's looking at this and he says, Jackie. I'm like, yes. And I'm just looking at all the pretty bags. This is after I've gone through the whole store. And he's like, he's not telling me I can't buy the bag. He said to me, Jackie, what did you buy off Mercari? I'm like, what? He goes, do you even remember? And I'm like, oh, wait, I bought something off Mercari? And I said, wait, let me see the debit, right? So I looked at a debit and I'm like, oh, yeah, that thing I bought off Mercari. So he was like, so is this bag that you're holding something better than what you've already purchased? Or is it just because it's a rare color? And I'm like, you're right. That puts it in perspective. I want it because of the color, not because of the bag. I already have this style bag in 2 other versions. I don't need another small crossbody bag. So I was like, you're completely right. So I put the bag back. Actually, I handed the bag to James and had James put the bag back. And he did. Oh, Starlight, the rare color, but when you can, but then I could resell it. But let's see, I'm not really a reseller. I sell things that are lost. I never make anything. I barely ever make any money, guys. Hey, Melissa, I haven't seen your video. I am so behind. Melissa Wade Adams, guys. She is also a content creator on this platform of YouTube. She just put out a video and I haven't seen it. The notice came up and then it went away. But I noticed, Melissa, that you changed your hair color. I was like, whoa, I had to do a double take. I'm like, is that Melissa? I'm like, wow. So it's so anyway, this is the color blue. And my husband totally talked me off the ledge of buying this. And but here's the thing, guys. I had this other bag in here, and I tell you, I've never, ever, ever seen this bag at the outlet before in my life. Now, you can't really see the scale of this bag, how amazing this bag is. This is an made in Italy leather bag from Dooney that is just like, I would, you can see my husband holding it. I had a model. He wasn't too happy modeling, but that bag is like an Alma 50. It's that big. It's a very big bag. It is, look at the inside. It's just glorious, guys. This is $400 at outlet. So I said to James, if I had $400, I'd be buying that. Basically, there is enough stuff at the outlet that I would have spent $1,200 without blinking an eye, only on 5 bags. My husband just logged on to the Xbox, so you're hearing the notifications on the computer. So what did I miss? Starlight. So I was bad and resub to World of Worldcraft. James, do you hear that? Lynn went back to WoW. Lynn, that's fine. You can love WoW. It's totally cool. I did change my hair color and got bangs. Yes. The video is a low buy year. So is that meaning the 2024 is going to be a low buy year, or was this year the low buy year? Starlight, I bought my D&D books for, yeah, I thought, oh no, D&D books, they're expensive initially, but they keep on, it's just a one-time investment of maybe 5 rule books, where a bag is like a constant. As I tell like James, there's never going to be enough bags. My issue is I have a tendency to buy the same bag in different colors, but the exact same bag. And that is not cool, because I'm like, I can't keep buying the same exact bag in 5 colors just because because I can't use them all as it is, and I have no space. Now, if I had space, I probably would still do it, but I don't have space. I am legitimately out of all my space. Well, if you sell some of those books I gave you, it would actually pay for some of those purchases. But we can't sell your D&D books, Lynn. Those are like... Eventually, we're going to have all the gaming gear in our shed at some point in life. That outbuilding we built that is storing all my dad's estate. Melissa says 2024 will be the low buy year. I think that's going to be me too. Just because I actually have to reduce bags. I have to. It's not even like an option. I have literally nowhere to put them. Unless I'm not going to even go there. I'm already putting bags in tote bags and tote bins, and I hate that. That's the worst way to store bags. But look at how I'm storing them now. They're on top of each other because I don't have enough space. Starlight, those are you? Yes, thank you, Lynn. I know they're ours, but we are sentimental, and those are like hard copy items are gonna... I don't know if you guys have looked at the price of books right now. Books, like actually printed books, have gone up in price. And digital media has gone down in price. So I can get the same book from Kindle for $1, and if I want the paperback, it's $17. And this is not a trade paperback; it's a normal paperback. So I mean, it's paper medium is going to cost more and more as long as we keep buying digitally. So I don't want to let go of those D&D books. I have been letting go of some of the manga books, Lynn. I have not completely lost my mind. Thank you, Lynn. I know I'm not under any obligation. You gave them to us. They're ours. DDB, and I think you can go up, and I am going to do one more shelf up there. Another 2 cubbyhole height. I just am waiting to get money to do it because I have to go to IKEA, and IKEA is like walking into Erin. Hey, Erin. Hey, Jeanette. Walking in IKEA is never a cheap endeavor for me. I always find too much stuff. So actually, the last time we bought shelves, which were those right there, I sat in the car. And James had to go and get them because I said, look, James, if I go in there, it will not be $100. It will be $500. And we don't have $500. We barely have $100. So I'm sitting in the car. You get the shelves, and that's it. So that's what we've been doing. It helps that I don't live anywhere near. I live an hour away from IKEA, so it helps. Okay. I'm getting derailed. I keep telling myself I'm going to write myself an agenda of notes to talk, and then I just go off on tangents left and right. I'm like, oh, there's a butterfly. Oh, that's something else I'm going to probably order. So my headset that I love is I dropped it one too many times. So I'm going to have to get another headset. Ooh. I'm going to try to get a cheaper one because the last headset I had before these, I had for 2 years, and they were great. But this headset I've only had for 6 months, but I keep dropping them because I'm always wearing them. So I figured if I'm going to live like this, maybe I'll try a $25 pair and see how that goes. But we'll see. And then I'm going to order another light because right now you have a lamp here, an overhead light there, and a ring light right here. But there's still light that needs to come this way. So I'm going to get a light lamp, a desk lamp light made for YouTube, because I understand that the audio can be a problem even on the replay sometimes. And there's nothing worse than having to go ramp up your audio, and then as soon as an ad comes on, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't hear it, blast your ears because the volume differentiation. So I'm working on it. I do have to say, though, I love James's computer, so I need to start calling it my computer, and I think James is going to have to buy a new computer because this one's mine. Now it's Jackie's computer. James has officially lost his computer, and ironically, he asked his mother for Steam money. Steam is a online platform for computer gaming, not console, but computer, to get some games for that. And I'm like, I have his computer. But, it's fine. If we're married, it's fine. He can use it. I'm not on it all the time, but it seems like the same time we would be on it is is when I'm here. And so anyway, oh, and the other news update I had was Lynn, you're gonna love this. Lynn, we were offered a puppy, a pug puppy. And we have Watson, our lovely pug. And I'm like, James, we should get this puppy. It's free. It just needs a home. And of course, nothing's really free because she's a puppy and she has to be spayed and she's a little pug and they have health issues. And we think she's a pug poodle, mix. We don't know who the dad is, right? We know who mom is, obviously, but dogs are funny that you can, they can, anyway. So I told James, like, I said, don't say no, think about it. And then, so we were thinking about it. Hey, Kim Moore. Yes, I have lots of purses. I'm talking about a pug right now, but I'll get back to purses, I promise. So my big Great Dane is so jealous of my little pug. Every time I pick up the pug, he wants, my pug Watson is not really a pickup dog. He doesn't really like to be held. He has little dog syndrome, or he doesn't like to be a lap dog. He'll come next to you and cuddle you, but he doesn't want to be held. But I was holding him because I make him, and as soon as I do that, every single time the big dog comes over and says, "Excuse me, why are you holding that dog?" No, and he's trying to get into my lap. So I'm like, okay, no. And then I was sitting down, and I'm like, okay. I don't think we can deal with a puppy because I think our old cranky senior dog, which is our Great Dane, who's 8.5 years old, is not going to tolerate a puppy. and oh, he is. Milo loves and adores James, but I'm only number one when I'm the only one in the room. So, but if I hold the other dog, all of a sudden he will leave James' side and he'll come right over and he's like, "Excuse me." And I said, "James, why is it that Milo can get along with Watson, but I can't pick him up?" And James is like, "Because Milo doesn't really see Watson as a dog." He's like, I'm like, okay. So anyway, so we're not going to have a puppy. Although it's very sad because I would love one. Actually, I don't really love puppies. I mean, who doesn't love a puppy? But we're not home all the time, right? So, and I can't imagine leaving a puppy with these two dogs and my mother-in-law. The chaos of mayhem. And I don't want to pen it because we had the two dogs. It would be a nightmare. So I said, James, okay. James didn't have to say no. I said, I don't think it's a good idea. And he goes, I agree with you. Which is what he was going to say the whole time anyway, was I don't think we should get a puppy. Because that's why we had two senior dogs to begin with. It was because we didn't want to have a young, needs obedience and socialization and training when you're out of the house for so long. Anyway, James is trying to protect his sanity. He's like, I don't want to deal with a little pug. Anyway, so purses. So we went to the Dooney and Burke store. I could have easily spent $1,000. And again, I have no space. I have no room. You see the purses behind me. I have 2 bags coming in the mail tomorrow that were a trade, and I'm very excited for them. And hopefully they'll get here tomorrow because my mail is funny. A lot of times it says it can get here on a Monday. I'll show up on a Tuesday just because I'm at the end of everybody's distribution center, a radius. Depending on where it comes in through. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to what I'm going to have to do to make it work because they're larger bags. So a lot of my collection have been small bags because when I had my shoulder injury, I wasn't able to carry heavy bags or even medium-sized bags. So I had a lot of small bags, but small bags don't really work for me. So I've been slowly reducing them and actually gave a whole ton to Dee Dee, and I've given away more since then. And but small bags don't take up that much space. So it hasn't helped my space issue, especially when I get rid of small bag and then I get a big bag in return. It's like, but then we also went to Under Armour, looked around through there. We walked by Versace and Ferragamo. And we just looked at some of the stores. We didn't really go in. Everybody had a sale. Everything was open early. Normally, because we're in Texas on a Sunday, retail normally doesn't open till noon. But because of holiday hours, they're open I think 10. And normally everything in Texas, pretty much everything here, retail wise, opens at noon and closes at 6 p.m. on a Sunday. So it was very interesting. There was the parking lot was full. And I was talking to the sales associates. And I'm like, well, how was Black Friday? How was last weekend? And they said, slammed. They are selling, which is weird because my sister and I last weekend had gone shopping Black Friday. Well, she went shopping Black Friday. I went shopping on Saturday with her. And we went to a regular outdoor upscale mall, not an outlet. Not busy. Barely anybody there. My sister said Target was busy. Target was jam-packed and empty of everything she wanted. She went to Marshall's, TJ Maxx, all those stores, and she said they were kind of ransacked but not, it looked worn, like people had been through it, but it wasn't packed with people, right? Where the outlet mall said, oh no, we were busy, we were slammed. And I could tell that by what was left in the store a week later, that I'm like, wow, you have right now, if you go to the Coach outlet, they have a ton of stuff on sale. Yeah, all that stuff on sale on the Coach outlet, most of that stuff isn't in the store. It's already sold. It's gone, So I'm like, whoa. So I think sales are going pretty well for people saying it's not. So I think it's just what people are buying. I think people are avoiding regular priced merchandise, and they're going to discount stores because those were the stores that were lacking in merchandise because it had been sold, like the TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and even Target. Target was having a hard time keeping up. So anyway, someone say something in the chats, please, because I'm not sure if I'm frozen. Yeah, because my computer it just did a 5-second jump. Thank you so much. Rael says, I have to find a Dooney store near me, only store that sells them to me are Bosco's or TJ Maxx and Nordstrom's Rack. Thank you, Dee Dee. I know I'm just talking, so I sometimes forget if it's not moving, but I am so new to having to do with lives. And here's the thing about analytics. Hey, Zena Coleman. I need this therapy. Hi. Yes, I am. You guys are my hello friends, therapists. Jackie rant moment. Just talking about shopping, my addiction. I know, because y'all are listening because I'm just talking away a mile a minute. This is me in real life, guys. This is me all the time. This is me if I'm talking to friends about things I love, which are bags. I love this. I saw the most beautiful on the go. I think it's the GM, the larger size and I think Meredith actually has this bag. It's the canvas jacquard print that says 18. It has a date on it or something, and those little diamonds. Beautiful. Absolutely, like a $3,000 bag, right? And this lady, she was walking into the Dooney store, and I stopped my sister, or no, excuse me, my husband. I said, James. I said, look at her bag. And he's looking, like, because I've done this many times, and he's like, that's a $3,000 bag. It's gorgeous. And like, that's one of the ones I wish I had purchased. I think it's 18 something. Anyway, and he said, Jackie, you won't use it. I'm like, I know, but I love it. So, because I found, this is what I've learned with YouTube, guys. I've learned this about myself, and I don't know what it says about me, but if bags are too perfect, I don't use them. So if bags are brand new and perfect, they tend to sit. It's not so much that I'm overly, all the ones that I'm super precious about, the trophy bags, I have literally gotten rid of because I was so precious about them. They weren't, and I'm not a collector. I'm a hobbyist. I'm an enthusiast. I just love bags. And for me, they have to be practical and functional. And I just can't have them to look at because I don't have space and I don't have the money to sink into them. Right. So I was able to learn that if it's too pretty, if I fix it up and I make it look perfect, I can't use it. I can only use bags that are imperfect, have flaws, have marks, have age. And I think this is a function of my handbag memory as a child actually comes from my grandmother on my father's side, not my mother. So my mother always wore designer bags, and she was the one who gave us our first Gucci's. She gave us our Gucci. My first purse was Gucci, and it was hers. My sister and I both had one, and I recently just threw it out, and I wish I'd kept it, but it had gotten destroyed. It was stored improperly, but now that I know more about, I should have just cleaned it up and put it aside, but just for memory. But again, I did not. And anyhow, I my grandmother had the same bag. She had two bags. One was red, one was black. And she had those the entire time in my life memory, of my grandmother. And so I think that's why my aesthetic, as my husband always says, you mean you like old lady bags? And I'm like, yes, leave me alone. Because I just like a look. So it's I like vintage bags. I like older bags. I like bags that have character and marks. And some people don't. Some people hate that. Some people don't even do used or gifted or pre-loved or any of these. They cannot. They have to have brand new perfect bags. And in one of my vlogs, or not vlogs, one of my YouTube groups, one of the posts today was, how is it that, because it's this vicious cycle, and the group was Coach Gone Rogue on Facebook. The vicious cycle is, you get this beautiful bag. Is it a reflection of you to have perfection, so that as soon as it gets a little bit marred, a little bit dinged, a little bit not the most current bag, you just have to get the next current bag. So this older bag, you're selling. Because if you go to a lot of Facebook coach groups, you'll see that a lot of it is selling bags, uh, fast turnaround, like bags that just came out. Like there's some people selling bags that literally just came out 2 months ago, that they bought when it just launched. They bought the bag for whatever reason, they don't love the bag, and then they're selling them again. And that's kind of like, is this a reflection of you, or is it just like the bag didn't work? Are we constantly buying new bags to internalize the fact that this is a reflection of you, the perfection? Because women, as women, we're told we have to be perfect, and you have to look a certain way, be nice, you're too fat or too thin, or you have to, whatever, whatever the criticism is. Hey, Miss Jelly. Luxational says, I just got two vintage Coach Coplay bags in last night, and I love them. The leather structure is amazing. The quality, the interior is amazing. Yes, I agree. I'm looking at one of my, this is my vintage Coach bag, and I love this bag. There's nothing about this bag I don't like. I love the age on it. I love the color of it. I like that it's this the feel of the leather. Something happens with age that the leather just gets better. It relaxes. It shows a little character. It gets little ripples in it, and sometimes people don't like that. They don't like the character or the slouch, or I think they call this, like with Hermes, they call it the Hermes smile. I think that's what they call it, where sometimes your bags, or is it Fendi? No, it's Fendi smile, I think, with the peekaboo. Well, they relax. The structure gives a little, and they relax. And then, or sometimes I've heard the issue with Hermes Birkins is, depending on what leather type you're getting, depends on how it looks. So there's a leather type they have that's more structured, one that's less structured. So I was watching another video, a YouTuber. She's a fantastic. She has long videos, and it takes a little while to get to the point. But she doesn't have. Let me see if I can find her. She doesn't have that many subscribers, and she has talking about her Hermes journey, and she goes to Paris once a year, or yeah, once a year, and somehow her account got combined with her husband's. So instead of each of them having their own account, it's one account. So since she was already offered one quota bag, the next quota bag she wasn't able to get it. I mean, and then she went to a different Hermes store, and then they said, oh, no, that's not the case. And she actually did end up getting a bag, but I don't know which one yet, because she hasn't posted. Let me see if I can find who she is, because she's really interesting. I'm not on the Hermes journey. I just really enjoy watching other people's journeys, because I think it's fascinating. I really appreciate the brand, and but I've never actually been in an Hermes store, guys. I don't. And there's one about an hour from me. I just have never walked into one. I'm actually kind of afraid, because I really want their I love perfume. I'd love to try their perfume. I really like their sterling silver because I love, I got issues, you know? So, but I was looking at the prices of their sterling silver. I'm like, ouch. Maybe not. Okay, okay. I think I went too far. How far away was I in my history? I've watched so many videos today trying to catch up on all the vlogs, and I still think I missed people. So as I click on people I normally watch, I'm saying, hey, did I miss a video? Um, Trying to keep up with the Joneses. All the Joneses. Let's see. I don't even think people use that term anymore. Let's take a look. Like, I'm missing several videos. It's like, oh no. Let's Timu. Yeah, no, I can't find her. See, this isn't even in my history, and I can't find her. This is what drives me nuts about. I think if you have, oh, there it is. There she is. Okay, her name is. Hi guys, welcome back let me pause that. Kim Luck's mom, and she has almost 1,600, almost a little over 1,500 subscribers. But let me go to her profile and show you guys this. I wonder if I can put it in the chats. Let me put it in the chats. She's really cool. I like listening to her stories because she spent a lot of money, and she's really at the point where she wants a very specific bag, and what she has to do to get it. It's like I would just do pre-loved or like the secondary market, because I'm like, I can't, yeah. So anyway, let's see what I missed on the chats. Let's see. I'll send you a photo. Yes, thank you, Luxational. Kind of like my face, relaxed and slow. Oh, come on. I bought a dooney duffel that you travel with on eBay the last. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. The blue one? Because I love that bag. Where did I put that? Oh, it's in my bedroom. That bag is amazing. It's great for the weekend. Absolutely fantastic for the weekend, guys. Was it a Florentine satchel, Zena? No. It's a fabric. Let me see if I can talk my husband into getting it. Well, he's in the middle of a game. I don't want to leave you guys waiting. You'll love it. Oh, you have the hot pink one? Nice. I'm not wrong. It was vintage. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a photo of it. Because, yeah, I have, I can actually get the photo of that because I love that. I love that bag. It's so cool. Apparently, I was talking to Says What. If you don't know who Says What is, she's also a content creator, and she's a dooney person. So all of my dooney videos and some of my other ones, she'll comment on. Here it is. Let me see if I can get a photo. This one. I believe the hot pink was a QVC color, not 100% sure. Yeah, that's the thing I've learned about dooney too, is a lot of things are like QVC or HSN exclusives, and they're, yeah, this is it. This bag is beautiful. So it zippers across, and this little belt is just a belt, and you just have to carry it. There's no crossbody, so it's not so big that it's really a weekender. Like, I threw in pajamas, a change of clothing. I had shoes in a different bag because I don't like putting shoes in my clothing bag, but it was perfect for toiletries and my medication. Where did I put that bag? Oh, it's right here. So when I travel, this is my medication bag. So this I just put in there, and that's why I have to travel with an overnight bag too, like that, because my medication can't stay. It can't get hot because I have an insulin pen, and so I can't stay in the car. I have to take it in with me. All that stuff. It's perfect for travel, especially if it's just overnight. But if it's more than that, you could probably do two. I don't know. I overpack, guys. I don't do light travel. My friend who went to Disney with us for a week, she went with one one carry-on. I'm like, how? How? Not only did I go with my car, so I had like all the stuff in my car. I had my one overnight, my one clothing suitcase, and I still had to buy another suitcase because I had so much stuff coming back. Well, I was given a suitcase, so that's what happened to me, you know. But so we were just having I was in purse heaven today. Walking into the Dooney and Burke store was just like, whoa. Zena says I'm a diabetic on the pump, always looking for a bag for supplies. Exactly. Yeah, this one came on a Temu, and I like it. But they make these, and it's almost too small. But I've downsized some of my medication because I've actually gotten better. Some of the medications are actually working, so I've been able to reduce some. That is a plus. And still, yeah, I overpack. I took 10 pair of, for 10 pair for a 3-day trip. I did too. And even though I went where I went and had a washer and dryer, it didn't matter. I still had too much clothes with me and I still didn't have the right clothes. And I thought I overprepared. I thought I had, like, I'll take a sweater. It'll be fine. No, I needed a sweater and then another sweater. It was too cold. It was the wind. I didn't account for the wind. So I ended up buying a sweater and a pair of knit pants because I had only taken denim pants and dresses. So during the day, dresses fine. It was warm. Sun was out. In the evening, no, that swing and shift in temperature was too great. So I was like, great. I still didn't pack. Even if I overpack, I still packed wrong. I feel I have the trauma. Oh. So anyway, I am the worst at packing. I overpack. And here's the thing. I pre-pack. Like, I pack the night before, actually a few days before. And then I open it up and I take out 3 outfits. And then I close it up again. Because I know I overpack. Like, I take things out and then I still came home with clothes I never wore. So I know. And James and I are planning to go on a cruise in next year and in April. And cruises are funny. I don't like a lot of, I have to be able to carry my own carry-on and walk onto the boat, right? So the luggage, you have to take it to the terminal. You have to go through all the security thing. Then you can unload it and they'll take it. The porters then take it, right? But I still have to carry my carry-on, and until you can get into your room, which can be several hours after you've boarded, you're kind of stuck with what you have. So things I have with me are like my medication, because I don't put that in my regular luggage. I don't care. It's always with me. Things I don't want in my luggage to go missing. And then, because, if you're only going on a ship with like 3,000 of your closest friends you've never met, nothing's locked, So anyway, I am, because they have to go through it. Like, it goes through a scanner, and they confiscate things going onto cruise ships because there's electrical things that are prohibited. Like, you can't, because it can cost. The most dangerous thing on a cruise ship is fire. So where are you going on a cruise, Jackie? So we're going out of Galveston because I can drive to Galveston, and so it's about 3-hour drive from where we live, and then we're going to Progresso. Cozumel. Progresso and Cozumel. So here's the thing. I'm not leaving the boat. I don't care about the ports at all. I don't care about the ports. I'm not going for excursions. I'm not going out to go to the beach. I grew up in Asia. I've been to plenty of beaches that are amazing. I know exactly what resort towns look like. I know what port town looks like. I am not interested in the manufactured tourist environment of a coastal place, and I don't want to find the real Mexico. I'm fine with staying on the boat. I actually want to be on the boat when everybody's off on the port, because then the boat's empty. And I'm already on the smallest ship there is, right? The smallest ship. So we go on the Disney Magic, right? So the Disney Magic is the first ship for the Disney Cruise Line, and it's the smallest ship, and it's my favorite ship, the only ship we've ever been on, and I have no desire to go on to a larger one. Zero. I'm I'm fine with just 2,000 of my closest friends at double occupancy, guys. So I'm cool with it. I don't like crowds. I don't like a lot of people. At least with I totally I spent the last cruise we did this. I spent most of my time in the adult only section, which is the quiet zone. Kids not allowed. Nobody under the age of 18. Even if you're escorted, you can't stay there because that's where the coffee shop was. So I hung out in the coffee shop and I did needlework and I read books and I watched the ocean. That's what I did. That's to me vacation. That is my vacation. My vacation is I wanted to be on the water staring at the ocean. That's exactly what I wanted. I did not want to go to port. I did not want to have to do excursions or go to the beach or lug stuff on and off, or maybe miss the boat. No, no, too many horror stories. No, thank you. I was very happy just to hang out on the boat. We slept better than we have ever slept in our entire life because the rocking motion of the boat is just. James got motion sickness, but if he's continuously medicated, he's okay. But we found that out the hard way. I didn't have motion sickness on the boat. I had land sickness. So by the time we got off the boat, I felt like I was still floating on water for like 2 days because it still felt like I was moving. I'm like, is it just me or is the world still rocking? And he's like, no, it's not just you. That was something I didn't expect. So James is not a huge fan of I guess boating in general, but cruises is not the same thing as boating. Cruises are so huge, the stability factors, they're very stable, but they do rock. And we got the mid berth one porthole on the first cruise. Now this cruise we have gone for, I think we are below level 2, maybe level 3, but interior berth. So I don't know how it's going to be, but on the inside of the boat without a porthole. We'll see how it goes. Cruises. So I want to do a Carnival cruise, and I have one booked, but we haven't paid for it, and I don't think we're going to do it because my sister and I were supposed to do it together, and she hasn't put any money on it. I haven't put any money on it. I'm like, Jenny, are we still doing this? Because she wanted to go on a cruise and her husband will not get on a boat at all. And I'm like, okay, you and I can go together. We were going to go on a Carnival cruise next June because my sister's a teacher. She can only go during peak season. So I like boating. I like doing anything off peak season. I like doing anything when all the kids are because I'm like, you're Jackie, you don't like children, and yet you're going to Disney World and you go on a Disney cruise. I'm like, yes, I am. It's not that I dislike children in general. I mean, children are fine if their parents are watching them. I understand kids are kids, I'm fine with that. It's just that I don't have kids. So for me, it's I pay more attention and I zone in more when I see kids not being chaperoned or attended because I'm always like, where are your parents? Why are you running here? I mean, I have a story. Oh my gosh. Lynn, if you're still online, this is so typical Jackie. So we went to see Godzilla last night. Godzilla, by the way, is a phenomenal movie. It's Godzilla -1. It's all in Japanese. It's subtitled. It is amazing. It is, if you like the original Godzilla, and you're kind of cool with the adaptations of the current Godzilla, you're going to love Godzilla -1. It is amazing. It's the prequel to Godzilla. Godzilla's still in it. It is an amazing movie. It was very emotional, very good movie, really well acted, extremely well done. And we're in this theater, and we're in little old town, Texas. These teenagers in the back row. I've never been so frustrated with teenagers in my life. They were causing a ruckus. Like, if you're going to walk up and down the aisle to go in and out, don't sit in the very back corner on the opposite side of the exit, right? And then they're talking. obviously they're not reading the subtitles, because I'm not sure how they can read the subtitles and talk. And we're watching this part where it's a very emotional, very poignant part in the movie, and it's like silence, and the adults were like, and the children are laughing. And these are young kids. They're not children, but they're not adults, so they're somewhere in between, maybe tweens, and but unchaperoned by a parent. So three-fourths of the movie are almost over. So I get up and I'm looking at the other people, and I said, James, hey Jeanette, hey Lynn, almost stood up in that theater and just turned around and just talked to them from the front row. And I'm in the front row, they're in the back row. But there was still another couple about 3 rows behind me. So to not interrupt them, I got up, walked up those stairs, walked over down the aisle, and I looked at the teenagers and I said, I do not know how you can read and talk at the same time, but can you please stop talking? And then I left, and they apologized meekly. They didn't stop what they were doing. I had gone out of the theater and to use the restroom, and some of the girls were out there, and they were saying, "Oh," and the two were apologizing for their friends, and I said, "Look, obviously you guys can't read, because I don't know how you can sit in a movie with subtitles and talk." Apparently their friends were using their flashes on their phones and watching TikTok. They weren't watching the film at all. Like, why are you even at the theater on a Saturday night if you're not going to watch Godzilla? I mean, my assumption is they can't read, because a lot of people don't like subtitle movies. I get that. So I guess they just saw Godzilla, let's go watch the monster movie, and they realized it's something that's not a typical monster movie. So anyway, my ranting is over, but the lady sitting next to us, she's like, and somebody had already talked to the manager. I mean, it was bad. You don't understand how bad it has to be. James was like, I almost got up to tell him stop talking, because we're in the front row, they're in the back row, and we had a hard time focusing because of their talking. And I'm just like, I got up, and I was that woman, I was that girl, I was that person. I was like, young people, I am that lady. So yeah, so some people can be very embarrassed by me, and some people are like, yay, and I'm like, so yeah, that happened. That was but we all loved the movie. My mother-in-law was with us. We all watched the movie. It was a fantastic movie, and totally recommend it. And they're coming out. Okay, speaking of movies, I'm so sad, I don't know if I'm gonna like this movie. They're redoing Willy Wonka. I mean, it's coming out. It's not just that they're redoing it. It's coming out in theaters this month. Oh no, I wouldn't have been the same. I've always the book. Yeah, I am the person. It's like, because we all paid money to be at this theater. We're watching a movie with subtitles. Like, some movies you can talk in and people aren't going to really say anything, but this is a movie where it's really silent. Yeah, they are doing the new Willy Wonka, and I think Hugh Grant is the Oompa Loompa. I don't know how I feel about this. I didn't even like the Johnny Depp version, to be honest. So I like the original, and I like the book. So I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it, but I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, maybe I should just reread the book. Old school is the only way. Yeah, it's hard to beat that old school one. And there was another movie coming out that we wanted to see. I can't remember now because I'm blanking. But yeah, so we did this weekend. So I did a 4-hour live oh, by the way, if you guys are looking on Friday, I had a 4-hour live that is over on Jolie's Simple Opinions page, because we took it down to do some editing, and because I'm not YouTube Premium, I can't re-upload it or re-download it to re-upload it. So the original 4 hours is private mode, because there is some content in there that I think YouTube would have an issue with. I went and looked at the bylaws, so if you want to see that, it's over. Oh yeah, Linda S. Napoleon. I don't want to watch Napoleon. I like the actors. I just don't really want to watch a movie about Napoleon. It's kind of like watching a movie about Hitler. I don't want to. You know, I just don't really care about it. They're bad people, and they lost, and we're the winners, and they can't really sit around and justify what they've done, and I really don't want to know, you know. And Lynn, as the history person in the room, are you gonna watch Napoleon? If you guys, my friend Lynn, who's Stargalite, his first degree is in history. I'm not saying we fought Napoleon. I'm saying Napoleon sold us Louisiana. We should be saying thank you. And what I'm saying is like Napoleon in general, he's a, you know, warlord, essentially. Emperor, whatever he was. I don't even know what his title was. Was he emperor? What was Napoleon's title?
Lynn would know.
James said Lynn would know. Lynn, what was Napoleon's title? I don't either. I thought maybe that was the other movie you were thinking of. Oh yeah, we did see it. It was Riel. It was fabulous. I missed whatever Riel said. I don't watch any Hollywood anymore. Yes, the crowned him. Yeah, he crowned himself emperor. That's right. Yeah, I thought so. It's just we haven't had that many emperors, so it's kind of weird to think of an emperor. You know, Rael. I think if I ever cruise again, I would only go eat and sit by the pool. I don't think I would leave the porch. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I mean, and now you have to have a passport. It used to be you could just have if you're going to Mexico, you could just have an ID, but now everybody has to have a passport, and it's causing a little bit of a problem with international cruising because those cruises to the Mediterranean, if you stop at those ports, now I think you have to have a visa, but you register for the visa. So it's not like the old school, send it to the embassy, get a stamp. You go to the embassy, you log in online, you it's for tracking purposes, really. So that every port of call, they know who's going to be in and out of their port. Where before with the European Union, you could just go into the first port. They only tracked you in that port, and then, but this is just what I've heard. I don't know. Jackie, can you let everyone know that our 12 Red Days of Christmas kickoff live tomorrow at 3? Woohoo! So Dee Dee Bean is doing a 12 Red Days of Christmas, and it's starting off tomorrow at 3. I know it's you and Melissa's Corner. Who else is doing that, Dee Dee? 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So yeah, you guys support Dee Dee Bean. I'm already watching you guys' collabs with the trees, and then today you and Rael did one. So just so it says you and Melissa are doing 12 days together consecutively. Is that how that's going? Live. 3 p.m. live. I might be able to catch that because I won't. Dang it. I'm going to be at the office. But no, I mean, if I was at the office, I could catch it, but I'm going to be at a convention, which I can't catch it. So I'm there in spirit. I'll catch it on the replay. Oh man, I cannot keep up with the vlogs. Cassie Thorpe, by the way, did a fantastic vlog today. Her vlog was, instead of Vlogmas like every day, she does vlog week. So her Vlogmas is 1 week, a video a week based on the whole week. So she's filming a little bit every day and putting it in one video and putting it out. That's very clever. I think that's really clever. And it was kind of neat to see her vlog because I watched Cassie Thorpe. I like her. She showed more of her apartment. Normally you only see her filming studio or her vlogging out in New York, but this was her showing other parts of her house, like her living room and her kitchen. And it's very cool. I think that's what's so cool about Vlogmas is you see more to your content creators than just their studios where they film. James, can you get me a drink, please? Yes, please. Okay, so just tomorrow, live tomorrow, then just dailies. Rael's Closet, I can catch you guys maybe while I'm at work. Yeah, I want it to be done before Jackie goes live. I'm not going live tomorrow. Sorry, I know I told you I go live. I changed for December, so I'm going live Sunday, Tuesday, and Fridays. Because I'm taking Winnie's Tuesday spot until Winnie comes back in January, and then I'll just go Sunday. I think Sundays and Fridays are going to be the best days for me. Sundays because people are off and they're at home. Friday after work is the end of the week. So I'm really doing on Fridays. I'll be talking about the end of my work week, and then on Sundays I'll talk about the weekend and whatever happens, and just hang out with you guys. And I was trying to do it earlier on Sundays so people who are on the other side of the world can watch too, but that didn't work out today. Today was I was gonna go live at 3, but I'm like, no, I need a nap. I was up too late. I'm gonna open this can of soda. Apologize for the sound. There we go. Sound done. Yeah, so people like the Fridays because at the end of the work week we're all tired, and I'm like, I'm going home. I might as well hang out with my friends, and you guys are my friends. I live in the rural part of Texas where all of my friends live over an hour away. I don't actually have any friends in the town I live in, and I've been living here since 2017. But it is. I have some church friends, but even my church friends, they're all. Ooh, how do we have these? Okay, as a diabetic, this is the worst thing to eat. I'm gonna eat this. Where is this? What are these called? Snow cakes or snack cakes? Twinkies. I thought they came in twos. And they always come in one. Then why are they called Twinkies?
I think maybe if you buy them as a pack, this is buy in a box.
I know, Lynn. I didn't buy this. James did. He brought this home. I haven't had one of these since I was in 12, maybe. Hopefully, at least one per. Oh yeah, you'll have people watching, and even if they don't watch on the live, they'll watch on the replay. Like I'll watch on the replay, and I will let you guys know that my lives, while are attended and viewed, are the least viewed content I put out. So most people, I really do these to hang out with you guys and just chill and hang out. My videos and my shorts get more views than my lives by number. And I know it's mainly because like this live already is over an hour. Not everybody wants to spend an hour hanging out with random Jackie without some people do, some people don't. But I find that YouTube likes everything. So I like doing everything. So I'm doing shorts, I'm doing lives, the lives are for me the most fun. They're the most fun. The videos, I'm gonna start, hey Linda P, I'm gonna start doing shorter, not shorter, but fewer, not dailies in January. My goal is to post on days I'm not doing lives, and shorts as many days as I can in a row, because shorts are just 30 seconds. That's what I try to keep my shorts at. Very short, extremely short. So let's try a Twinkie. I haven't had this in 20 years. That is so sweet. I think that's just pure sugar. Sugar and vanilla. That's really all it is. Yeah, I used to really like those as a kid. Not so much. I love sponge cake. Sponge cake is my favorite cake. Sponge cake, pound cake, a vanilla cake, spice cake, a cream filling, but this is too sweet. If the filling, so if the cake is sweet, I'd like the filling to be less sweet. So I really like mostly European sweets. If you ever had a European, like actual German pastries, even Danish pastries, they're not as sweet as we make them in America. We make them sweeter here. Rael, your videos just keep getting better. Yeah, Rael, I agree. I love your videos. It just takes it takes time to get better or practice. I thought my first video I ever did was great when I did it, and now I look back at it, I'm like, ouch. And I'm sure I'll feel that way about these ones too. And I have a couple hundred videos down already. It's a learning curve as I go, yeah, nothing tastes the same anymore. Because, I mean, first, when I had those originally, they were probably made with sugar. And now that's probably made with high fructose corn syrup. Whatever, it's just too much sugar. It's just way too much sugar. I can taste sugar and vanilla and the texture of sponge. But it's not very satisfying. It's very tasty, but not very. I like more nuance. Linda P, I'm a natural because I talk a lot, and I will let. Hey Angela, I will let y'all know the key to me being able to do this is when I was in graduate school, I didn't finish graduate school, but I went $20,000 later. I had to do a lot of lecturing classes because that's what they do to graduate students. They have you teach the undergrads, right? And trying to get 20-year-olds who are taking classes because they have to keep interested in your content and care about a subject they don't care about. They're just taking it because they have to. Yeah, you have to think on your feet, and you have to do you have to talk. You have to keep them engaged. You have to have mixed media. You have to have audio. You have to have visual. You have to have PowerPoints. You have to have everything to keep these 18-year-olds engaged, because most of in college, most of what you're tested on is actually the lecture. There's maybe 10 or 20% in the textbooks, but most of it, the professor will test you on what he's talking about in the lecture. So it's participation, it's engagement, it's trying to get people interested in the subject, because if they're interested in the subject, then they will retain the information, right? So if you're just like Charlie Brown, you're like, wah, 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 no one's listening. And these kids are there for much time they have. They are drinking, they're eating, they're on their phones. They're anything to get kids engaged. I mean, and they're 18. And I didn't think when I was 18, I thought I knew everything. But in my 40s going back to college, I felt like I was going back to high school. I'm like, what the heck happened? How did I get this old? And so that's what really helped me doing this. And I love talking to people. I could pass tests if I could just talk about the subject. But I don't do well testing itself because I'm dyslexic. I invert things. I constantly switch letters around. It's just a thing, right? It's just a thing. So this to me is my fun way to engage. And some people are petrified of public speaking. I could stand in front of an entire auditorium, and I'm fine, and I'm completely fine because I go with the mindset of I don't know everything, and I'm not trying to tell you what you should know. I'm just telling you this is what I know, and how do you feel about it? That's a lot of what we're doing, because I'm like, there's so many brains in this room. Like, what's your take on this? What do you think about this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Engagement is key. Engagement, you guys talking to me keeps me talking to you. If you guys weren't talking to me in the chats, or you weren't chatting with each other, I would be like, oh, okay, it's been an hour, let's get off to, but as long as you guys are talking back to me, I'm talking to you. And let's go off on a tangent because that's what I do. But teaching is what got me to do this, and not high school, because my sister's a high school teacher. That truly, Mr. Milo, sir, what are you barking at, Mr. Big Dog? That's the thing about Great Dane. Big bark. Oh, the neighbor dogs are barking. Hey D Higginbotham, how is it in Florida? Yeah, it's well, okay, so I did graduate school all the way up until my I passed my actual dissertation, or it's not called a dissertation at graduate school, it's called a thesis. Cuz it's and then my thesis was approved, and all I had to do was deploy the study, get the data, finish up the paper, and I'd be finished. I did the entire curriculum except for that, but my dad died, and then at that point I just stopped, and it didn't matter. Because I already got the education. I just don't have the paper. And what is a geography master's degree going to do for me? Nothing. I work for the state. It doesn't give me a better paycheck. It just costs me money. Give him a Scooby snack. Oh, he loves Scooby. Okay, I gave him a treat yesterday, and we have these little like bacon flavored chewy things. He doesn't love those. He wants the dental mint bones. His favorite thing. He'll just about chomp off your fingers trying to get that. It's very funny. Angela, hot in Florida. Oh yes, I keep forgetting, Angela, you're in Florida too. So's Dee. Warm, overcast, and humid. You what part of Florida? Jacksonville. Yeah. Let me actually drink some of this. So I was thinking about teaching high schoolers is you're truly teaching children. they're not adults, and they think they're adults. They're not adults. Their decision-making skills are kind of still lacking, and unfortunately, they can make some bad choices that are lifelong consequences, but so anyhow, teaching college showed me that I don't want to be a college professor. No. And originally, I wanted to go to school to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a geography teacher. Um, One of the things I was always upset about with geography is that most of Western culture teaches European geography, North American geography. If you're lucky, a little bit of Central America. They maybe talk about South America. They gloss over Africa, an entire continent, mind you. They talk about Australia in the past tense, and Asia. What? Who? You know, and when we were in school, they talked about the Soviet Union. Hey, good night, Dee Dee. But it was not. They really didn't talk about Asia. I'm like, Asia has been in several wars, been around a very long time. Several thousand years of civilization over here, and let's not even get started on what they'd say about India. And that's the one thing about. We were talking about Australia. Australia is they have a huge amount of wealth in mineral wealth. They have a lot of heavy metals come out of Australia. So don't just discount these places. And people are like, well, if it's not Europe, we don't care. I'm like, why do we care so? I mean, I know because Americans, we came from our forefathers or whatever. We're pretty much all from Europe. But still, just because we killed off the native population. um, it's yeah, I need to get off this tangent. I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole of my soapbox of education. Linda P says American education is extremely myopic, and I understand it because the thing about um America, and it's something that most people never leave. Not only do we not leave America, we don't leave our states. Forget going to other places. And that's why Americans have this entitlement attitude when they go to other places. Not that they think they're entitled, but because they are entitled because of our privileges in America, we don't realize other places in the world don't have those same privileges. And we just take it for granted that this is just something that everybody has. And it's a rude awakening for Americans in many cases about what it's like in the rest of the world. Because, yeah, people who say they don't like living here, or they don't like the politics, or they don't like the environment, I'm like, try going here and then come back and then explain how you feel about America then. And then there's a reason why people keep wanting to come to America and emigrate. But anyway, you don't know poverty till you go to Thailand. That's true. And Thailand's a wealthy Southeast Asian country. It's one of the wealthiest ones. So we're not even talking about Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam. Vietnam's becoming more wealthy. Cambodia still is not as wealthy. Any of the Southeast Asian countries that were actually colonized at some point are not as wealthy. The Philippines are getting better, but they have a governmental system right now that's very totalitarian and hard ruthlessness. I wouldn't want to be living in the Philippines myself. Lynn says, we have solved so much of our problems, we have to create new ones. That's why I say first world problems. My problems here are I can't remember my password for my Facebook account to log into my iPad to show you pictures. That's my problem tonight. That was my tech problem. Angela, I got to tell y'all about 2 Coach bags. Opened them yesterday, and they were small on the Coach outlet site. The Zuri bag and the Peyton bag are really tiny. I sent them back. The Peyton, I think that's that the re-released one. Yes, I agree. I've actually seen that in person, and when I saw it in person, they really should put stuff in these photos for scale. Because yeah, really, really small. No, Zuri, I haven't seen Zuri, but I feel like the Idle bag from Coach right now, it's a $650 bag. Some people love it. I don't love it, and I don't think it doesn't fit enough. It's too small. I mean, it's not a small bag, it's not a micro bag, but it's not a medium bag. So it wouldn't fit a full length wallet, barely. Um, that's awful, Angela. Barely get. Oh, can barely get your hands in them. Oh, okay, let me look them up. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. You say the Zuri bag? Some of these days I'm going to get a new software system so I can actually show you images on my computer. Right now I'm going through the YouTube Studios, so it doesn't have that capability. How do I spell it? Peyton. Petyon. Okay, autocorrect. Stop it. Petyon. Don't change it. Bag. Oh. Oh. Yes, I have seen this bag, and yes, it is very small. This, I'm showing you a white one will never show up. Let me see. Let's get a color. This is another re-release of a bag they've done before. What was the other one? The Zuri bag. Oh, here's a black picture. 12 days of deals. Let me cover my face. This one, very tiny. Yeah, these are very tiny bags. And let me see the Zuri. Zuri. Oh yeah, I saw this one too. They're beautiful, but this black one, very small. I think I might have a photo of this one because I was at the outlets and I took a bunch of photos of things on the wall, and I saw those sitting along. No, I didn't take a photo of it. Sitting next to a bunch of Darcy's. The Darcy's are really cool, but I don't like getting bags that are too small. I'm trying to see if I have it. Did I take a photo of the Darcy's? No, of course I didn't. I was too busy looking at stuff. I want to show you this bag that's at the outlet. This is this is the Morgan box bag. This is, I know it looks yellow. It's a chartreuse green. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it will go on sale in a week. Oh, further sale. If you wait for Coach or Coach Outlet in 2 weeks, it'll go on sale again. Barely could get my hand in. Amen, angels. Autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect. And now autocorrect is doing punctuation too. I ended up buying the Ralph Lauren Cassie bag off of Macy's. Ooh, really? Let me go look at that. I'm a Macy's girl. Cassie, Ralph. The 2 bags I have coming in the mail tomorrow. One is a Ralph Lauren, and it's a trade. I like Ralph Lauren. I just don't understand how their product line structure works because they have like 9. Oh, did you get, which color did you get? This one? That's gorgeous. They had this one in a woven denim that I wanted. That was on sale, but I still didn't want to pay that much for it. Let me see if it's still there. If it's still in here. Ralph Lauren. Let me just look up what Ralph Lauren handbag. Yeah, Macy's is having a really good sale. I think everybody's having a good sale. Even when I walked next to the Ferragamo, I love Ferragamo. I really wanted to go into that store, but I told James, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to do it, but I did not do it. I think Ralph Lauren is an underrated brand for bags. So I think that one's already sold, but they have another version of it. And I've almost bought this bag. I cannot tell you how many times. And then I look at my shelves and I keep telling myself, Jackie, if I take one in, I have to get rid of 2, and I don't want to do that. So I'm like, no, I don't need you. But this one came in, I think that Cassie, kind of that hobo style. I love this. I think this bag is gorgeous. It is so pretty. It is the striped woven leather bag, the Sophie. This is a Sophie. I love this look, but I didn't want to pay $200 for the larger version. I have like a whole bunch of text messages. Who texts me? These can't all be from Dee Dee. Oh, Okay, I got one from Dee Dee. Oh, I should have. I'll have to text her. Jennifer and my sister texts me. She is always texting me. Who am I missing? Who's going to sleep? It's time for me to hit the hay. Yeah, good night. Oh, what time is it? Okay, good night, Rael. It's only 7 for me. I'm still good. I can still talk for another hour. So those who have to go, thank you for joining in. I'll be interested to see what Vlogmas is for tomorrow. I've been watching Meredith. I'm caught up on Meredith. I am not caught up on Dawn or Winnie. And I've caught up on Autumn's, though. Autumn Beckman. Sure's her. I love Vlogmas for Autumn Beckman because I love watching her dogs. I love anytime Roxy and Baron is in the video, I am there. I mean, I watch all her videos anyway, but I love Roxy and Baron. I love dachshunds. I wanted a dachshund before, and we had the opportunity to get one, and my other dog at the time didn't get along with the dachshund, so we didn't get the dachshund. But I wanted it, Meredith. Yeah, Meredith. Her, Linda P. Jack Prishanash, woven leather bag on QVC now. I know I can't buy anything. I'm actually tapped out. I am. Actually past tapped out, but we don't talk about that because I still have to take my car to another mechanic. I watched hers today. Puppies were cute, all dressed up. Yeah, her dogs are so adorable. I love Meredith's collection because I didn't actually realize, because I've been watching her for as long as I've been on YouTube, which has been since March, April. I only started my channel in April, and I think I started watching her a little bit before that, but so I think she started last November. So anyway, I like watching hers because I understand why people keep asking me to do a collection video, because there is a different feel to seeing all of them in the same time, seeing each bag in a series, right? Because I really don't want to do it. I really don't. I've started to pull things together. I've been trying just to look for a certain set of bags, and I can't find them. Because nothing is organized by brand for me, because you can see my organizational skills are lacking. So they're kind of everywhere. For me to actually have to get all my bags in one place to do a video is like daunting. But I understand the appeal after watching Meredith. I'm like, that makes sense. I can see why people want to see her collection. And I like the way she's doing it, where she's just showing, well, this is all my Hermes, and this is all my key clays, or this is all my, all her, what was the first one? The little, not the clays, but the animations. What's the animations? I think it was something that anyway. 3 days. I'm already forgetting. 3 days. Oh, you better believe Meredith has insurance on her collection. I mean, anybody with a collection like that, you have the purchase receipts, the history. Because what happens with insurance is, even if you have it insured for that amount, you still have to prove it costs an amount, right? So that's the thing about insurance. It's kind of like, she probably has everything either filmed, photographed, cataloged with all the original documentation to prove the cost if something happens. And that's what you should do if you have very expensive items. Like, I have a couple things in my house I should have insurance on, because if something did happen, first, they're irreplaceable because they're antiques, and they're expensive antiques. Like, how do you insure a $200 clock, or $200 clock, a 200-year-old clock? We had a grandfather clock. It was valued at $8,000. I gave it away because I said, look, it's only valued at if I could take it to auction, maybe the clock mechanism itself very valuable. But I said, I want someone to enjoy this, and I'd rather have if I gave it to my friend's father, I'd rather have them enjoy it and use it and maintain it than go and sell it for auction. And I don't want to deal with that. This is why I'll never be wealthy. Mr. Milo, I understand that you're not happy. Milo. He won't look at me now. Just grab 4 expected shows. Well, I could do that now. Oh, that doesn't have bags. That has. I love this bag. And I'm sad because this came in a series of 3. So there's the gold one, there's the white one, and where's the white one? Oh, this white one, this gold one, and then there was a black one with blue. I really wanted the black one too. And I've had the opportunity to buy it, but I'm like, Jackie, I can't have 3 of the exact same tote, even if they're different colors. It's bad enough I already have 2. I would not be surprised if her collection is worth at least 7 digits. Oh yeah, especially if you're looking at replacement value. If you're not looking at just purchase value, but replacement value, which is what you should insure things for. Yeah. So in this bag, I have another, and I showed this on my Friday live, but I have this bag in here. So this is the tote bag by Marc Jacobs. So this is where it stays because I have a space problem. So I have bags and bags, and I actually had another bag inside this bag, but I took it out. So I'll pull out another one to show you guys because I think it's funny that this is how I have to store things. Oh, this one. Awkwardness. This one is really cool. This is a brand out of New York called Min and Mon, New York, and most of their bags are really very Angela, Jackie, how do you keep track of your bags? So, Angela, I do not. I keep track of them by using them and knowing what my collection is because I use them all the time. But yes, there's times I go through my stuff. I'm like, oh, I still have that. Oh, when did I buy that? Oh, the tags are still on this. There's no such thing as organizational. If they're in one location, I'm thrilled. Now, before it was better because I was able to. Yeah, it was the Marc Jacobs. Yeah, the Marc Jacobs. Jack does the label. I'm back say the Marc Jacobs. It is a legitimate Marc Jacobs. Yes, it is the real deal. Not. But this is a Max Min and Mon, and they do really playful stuff. And this is, I think, one of these things that. This is a really cool bag that I don't think a lot of people know about, this brand, because it's kind of one of those, these come out, they kind of, this like leather loop belt, so you can hold like your bag like this, but if you don't want to hold your bag like this and you want to use the crossbody, you just slip this and it goes back to a flat envelope. So you can use the top handle if you want to, or you just flatten it out again. And the tabs are here at the end. So it's a very ingenious type of design. So you have this detail that's this leather. It's just the way it's cut and the way it's gone through this fold over. It's very neat. And then in here, you have these 2 tabs that you can have the crossbody. And this is the inside. Most of the Min and Mon New York bags have a really interesting abstract and art on them. This is the plainest one I've ever seen. And this is really cool bag. And let me see, where is this one made? This has a label in here. It says, in the twinkling of an eye is their motto, apparently. This should have I think it was made in someplace in South America. Actually, the manufacturing. I don't think the manufacturing is in New York. I think the design is in New York. But I could be wrong. It could be from New York. Because it only says New York in here. But this is a really cool bag. Yeah, it's a really, really cool bag. It's very interesting. The leather's really nice. There's a whole story on their website for Min, M-I-N. Let me type it in the chat so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I wonder if I I forget that I can actually type in my own chat. Min and Mon New. I wonder if I can put in a link. Let's try. I've never tried it before. Min and Mon, New York. And I have, so weird because I have now covered up the screen. And copy. Let me go back to the live screen and then paste. Let's see if that goes in there. That should go in there. So that's the website. Yeah, my let me show you my keyboard. My keyboard is awesome. This keyboard is so cool. My husband bought this for himself. And when he came in and when he showed it to me, I'm like, is that for me? And he's like, no. I was like, but it can be. I'm like, would you like your very fancy, super fancy keyboard back? And because I was using his gaming keyboard that was very fancy. This is I hopefully don't pull out the cable. It's based on Nintendo. So it's like Super Mario Nintendo look. It's so cool. It doesn't have a number pad, which I really like. So the numbers are up here. So I get, but it's a really cool. And this it's very cool. It's called the 8-bit do retro keyboard. And this is a volume. I wonder what that does. There's stuff this thing can do. I don't know, because it's also a cool keyboard. It's not just a normal keyboard. My husband's he loves toys. He likes electronic gadgets, all electronic cool things. It was a denim Marc Jacobs. I was able to send it back, got a refund, and bought the one from Marc Jacobs website. Oh yeah, no, this one is actually from Marc Jacobs also. That one is from, I traded with Jolie. So that was her. She got it from, I think. Anyway, it's legit. But yeah, there's so many counterfeits, the tote bags. You have to be very careful. I honestly wouldn't buy the tote bag from Marc Jacobs unless it came from an authorized distributor like Saks or Nordstrom's or marcjacobs.com itself, because this is one of those bags I don't buy pre-loved. When things are that popular, it's like no go. I just don't. There's so many lookalikes, but I'll have to tell you this. I did pick up and hold the new denim bag at Coach. Let me see if I can pull up a photo. And that denim, or not denim, that canvas is actually a nicer, thicker canvas than the Marc Jacobs the tote. Now that denim bag is different than the canvas totes. I have held and touched the canvas totes because I've been wanting to buy the large version for, like, on Black Friday. It was on sale for like $175 and I really wanted it, but yeah, I don't have $175. So it's like when I went to, if wishes were dreams, like, see this tote bag? This is the new Coach tote bag at the boutique. I think it's around $200. It's very nice. It's really good feel of the canvas itself. Extremely well done. And it has embroidery. The Coach is embroidered. It's very nice. I am duly impressed with that. And out of all the Coach canvas bags, I think it's one of the best feeling canvas. It is different than the Dempsey. It is different than the canvas totes in the outlet. There is a thickness to that canvas that's not in the other ones. And I think it has to do with the structure of the bag and the embroidery. Because in order to embroidery like that, if it's not a patch applied and they're embroidering it onto the fabric itself, you have to have a very stable fabric to do that as a person who does embroidery. I think I got my husband's at Nordstrom's. Then you have the best buy ever. What was the price tag, Chris? D. Higginbotham. Pretty. I have to see shopping until I get my car straight. Yeah, no, my car has to go get another diagnostic. So yeah, I can't. And we're just trying to survive. And it's the 3rd of December. We're trying to make it to January. Yeah, it was over 200. Yeah, maybe. It's over 200. His price tag. Can't remember how much exactly. Yeah, so it was the canvas is, I love canvas bags. Canvas is my favorite. It was my first bag because my father was, after his military career, a teacher, and then my grandparents were teachers. My grandfather had a PhD in Western history, I believe, and Western as the West was a specialty, like the west of America, the Wild West. And then my grandmother had master's classes, but she was a teacher, and of high school students. And my grandfather, he was a superintendent of high school. He never actually went to teach at college, but they were all very educated, smart people, and reading was their hobby. So I grew up with massive libraries of books, and they weren't the fun books that most people want to read. Like I had to read Reader's Digest condensed books of the greatest novels because that's what they had in their house. And that was more fun than the other books in their house because everything was about the Old West, or it was, at the time as a young girl, it was not exactly something I wanted to read. I was reading Nancy Drew novels. Those are fun to read. Reading about, you know, Western history of Native Americans and what we did to them was not exactly fun for the 12-year-old me. Um, so anyway, tangent over. I grew up using a lot of book bags, lots of tote bags, because you always had to tote paper back and forth and books and grade all those papers. And as teachers, you took those papers home because there was a lot of them. This is pre-Scantrons, and they actually had papers you had to grade, and writing essays that had to be graded. So my father and my grandparents always had tote bags. So I became a connoisseur of the tote bag canvas. And my favorite tote bag is from Land's End, the boat and tote section, and in LL Bean. They make the best. And as bags, that's what I use as a bag. And that I only had a wallet in there because I never carried a purse because I always had a tote bag with me everywhere I went. I didn't start using purses until I had to figure out what to do with my driver's license. So I became I was always a bag person, but I was a tote person. And then I became a purse person when I joined the workforce, and having something match my business attire was more important than it went with all my casual clothes. And then I changed to work in where I'm working now, where it's all casual. So I got rid of all my business clothes, and I'm very happy to get rid of all those clothes. Do not miss them at all. And I literally just got rid of all of my formal business dressy dresses a year ago. And now I get to wear Temu dresses, and I wear, $5 t-shirts, and I'm cool with that. And my job is cool with that. I actually dress nicer than most of the people in my office. So I rock, in my $10 Temu dress and my $300 purse. you know? So, but $300 is my upper limit of comfort zone. $200 I'm okay with, but still I have to think about it. Hits the budget. Hey, Birkin boy, I'm so happy you're here. I was just telling them that I'm getting a Ralph Lauren bag tomorrow. And the other brand I can't remember. But I'm super excited because we were talking about Ralph Lauren today, actually, and we were talking about a bunch of other bags. We went, how was your weekend, Birkin boy? Did you go shopping? Did you go do something fun? Inquiring minds want to know. I didn't bother you and text you today because I was like, he might not want to be bugged today. Reed Kirchhoff. That's the other bag I'm getting. So I'm getting a Reed Kirchhoff bag and a Ralph Lauren bag, and it's a trade with Birkin Boy. I'm very excited. Angela says, I do the same thing. My $5 Walmart tank with my $300 handbag. Yes. I literally do this. My sister is my twin is the opposite, right? So she went to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Target today, and she was at TJ Maxx. I'm like, Jen, did you go to the handbags? And she's like, no. I'm like, why not? And she's like, but I was looking at clothes. I'm like, but you walked right by the handbags. And she's like, and whenever I go to TJ Maxx, which is rare, she's like, because I don't live near one, she's like, Jackie, did you see the clothes? I'm like, no, I was in the handbags. Burger Boy, I don't shop this weekend. I was in a salon all day getting my hair bleached again. Oh, really? I thought you were a natural blonde. You have beautiful blonde hair. And you can never bother me. Yay! Then I will text you more because I try not to over text my friends. Like I text Winnie like every day. I try not to. And then like, but I don't want to be the obsessive fangirl either. Because I can be that person, you know. So I was watching wait, Lynn, yes, you text me. You text me cat photos and I text you dog photos. We have a thing going, Lynn. You know, I text my other friends about my handbags. So these are all my handbags. Mr. Watson, Mr. Milo. Mr. Milo. What was that? You have to share that couch, sir. My dogs are having a weird interaction day today. James? Where is James? Let me text him. Yes, Lynn, you always do text first. You're a better friend. Again, you text me pictures of your cats. I text you pictures of my dogs. Now, if you would talk handbags with me, I would text you more often. I know you're really texting me because you want to talk to James, Lynn. Oh, my hair takes 6 hours to get this way once per month. That's a lot. It looks great. Sounds like excuses to me. Fine, I will text you until you get tired of listening to me. I will text you, Lynn. I know your wallet. You have that paper wallet still, don't you? You know, it's true. It's true. Let me take a picture of my dog. He's being ridiculous. I don't know why he chased off the little dog. He normally never does that, but he's very upset tonight. I think the neighborhood dogs. We might have coyotes running up and down the train tracks.
Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, they're having a hard time. He got really upset with Watson. I think they're not too happy.
Okay.
You know, if you can come sit out here when you're done, you know. The dogs don't like it when we're in different rooms. They like it when we're in the same room. I know they run our household, but when we're in the same room together, they're happier. And James was in the bedroom and the door was closed, so the dogs couldn't get to him. And then the train was going by our house. And I do think the coyotes are out, which is why the other dogs are barking. So when the coyotes are out running the tracks, it is dog barking time. Did you get that dooney you sent me today? No, I wanted to. I sent it to you because I think that is the most beautiful bag I've ever seen, but it was $400 on clearance. And it's one of their made in Italy bags. It is, oh my gosh. I showed it earlier, guys. Let me show you. I went to the Dooney outlets and the Coach outlets, and I went to Under Armour, and we went to the Citizen watch store because I love Citizen. And Citizen's my favorite watch. And this is the bag I sent to Burger Boy. This bag right here. See, Lynn, this is what I'm texting my friends. So I will text you the same pictures, Lynn. Lynn, so everybody who is new in the chats, Lynn is my friend in real life. We've been friends for over 10 years, but he texts me more than I text him. Yes, I'm a bad friend because I talk bags. He talks, wow. This is the inside. It is a beautiful, the quality of this leather is just phenomenal. It's one that they're made in Italy. I never see this this product line normally never gets to outlet. So when I saw it, I'm like, I have to show it because they had a couple of their made in Italy bags at the outlet, and those never show up there. They normally never make it there. It's just the bag's amazing. I wanted it. I told James if I had $400, I'd walk out right now with that bag. I don't care if I never used it. I wanted it. The quality, the leather, the feel of it, the adjustability in the straps, it was amazing. It was just one of those. It's a heavy bag. It's a very heavy leather bag. So I'm like, this could fit my laptop, which is his laptop. But semantics. I have several laptop bags. I don't need another one, but I wanted that one. I really wanted that one. And I said, it's for work. He goes, no. That's why my husband was with me. He was chaperoning. Um, how do you get your hubby to go handbag shop? Oh, no. He didn't want to go handbag shopping. He went to make sure I didn't shop for handbags. I told him I went to the Citizen Watch store because this is my watch. I had to get the lengths adjusted. So I bought the watch off Macy's. This is a Disney watch by Citizen, and there's a Disney store there, or Citizen store. So I told James I need to get my watch done, and he knows where it is. He knows it's in this mall, right? So he's like, I said, and I told him I was just going to go. So I stopped by the house to grab my watch on the way. And I said, and he was awake. So, hey, do you want to go? And he looked at me. He's like, yes. I'm like, okay. So he goes with me, not because he wants to go to Coach, not because he wants to go to Dooney. He's going with me solely. So I'm telling you, now I told the story earlier. I'm going to repeat it for those who didn't hear it the first time. This bag right here is a French blue, Dooney and Burke. French blue is no longer being made. This is the most beautiful cobalt blue you've ever seen. There is only one bag there. And I even asked the lady, like, how do you have this bag? Because they don't make this color anymore. And she said, we got it from the warehouse. And I wanted it. It was $100. And as we were sitting there in the store, James is pulling up our debit and credit, statements. And he's like, Jackie, what did you buy from Mercari for $100? I'm like, Mercari? $100? Can I see the line item? And I saw the line item, and then it clicked what I bought. I'm like, and he says, well, is what you purchased as good as what you want to buy right now? Or, I mean, because he was reminding me in James's way that our budget is blown and you already bought a bag. And I actually bought 2 bags, but we don't have to go there. And so he looked at the line item and I said, you're right. This is $100 for a bag that I just want because of the color. I don't need this bag. I already have this exact same style, nylon, and I don't need this one just to have another one, just because blue, just because it's rare. And so he talked me off the ledge. I handed the bag to him, and he put it back on the shelf. And then we went to the Dooney store. And then we were in the Dooney store. And then we went to the Under Armour store, and I didn't buy anything. I actually went there, took a bunch of films, and I talked to the people at the Dooney store and says, hey, can I put your card on my Facebook social media with these photos so that if people want them, they can call you? That's what I do, because a lot of people don't live near the outlet. So the outlet has different stock than the I Love Dooney site. So sometimes the outlet will have things on sale that aren't on the I Love Dooney site. But if you find something on the I Love Dooney site that is the same price or cheaper than the price in the outlet can match it if they have the exact same item in stock. So I like posting those photos and prices so people can see what's at the outlet. Because if we keep buying everything online, they're going to keep closing out stores. Why keep stores open if everyone's buying everything on the internet? People, staff, and space and shipping is money, right? And if you keep buying on the internet, that's just something that they have fewer and fewer of stores. See, I would have bought both, and I would have normally too if I wasn't completely overdrawn. Under normal circumstances, not December and $3,000 worth of car repairs, I would have bought it anyway. This is not that month. This is not that year. Let's be honest. This year has been a financial nightmare. It's gonna take us 5 years to recover from this 1 year of what's happened. It really is. Lynn says, much sadness, I have to log out because the kitty litter won't scoop itself. Have a good week, Jack. Send James my love. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I'll text you till you tell me to stop texting you. I will text you daily. I just don't want to bug my friends. You're one of the few friends, Lynn, that still talks to me and like watches my lives. Really, everybody else that I left because I moved, they moved on with their life too, and they have children. I don't have children. And that's one of the hardest things about Birkenboy says Littered Robot is a must. See, he has I think he's gone now, but he has like 4 cats maybe. My sister has 5 cats, and she needs you know what? Maybe next year I'll buy her a litter robot. But not all cats like them. Some cats refuse. You know. Yeah, for inside one. Yeah, 4 inside, 1 out. Yeah, you have 4 cats. The litter is the whole reason why we don't have a cat. Because my husband says no. I am tired of dealing, and plus because our dogs are they have access to the outside at all times. They have a dog door. We didn't want a cat to have access to the outside because of the. Well, first we would rather have an indoor cat. They live longer, but the problem we have with a dog door is like we can't stop a cat from leaving, and we have coyotes. Coyotes, you don't want to have indoor outdoor pets or cats when you have coyotes. Um, yeah, I miss Gremlin too. We still talk about him all the time. You have to buy a specific litter too. It's much more expensive, but it's worth it. Especially my twin who has 5 cats. You know, inside cats, 5 inside cats. You know that, and the only reason it's 5 cats and not 6 or 7 or 8 is because 5 is the city limit. They can only have 5, and because her friend has 9 cats. I'm like, Jen, how do they have 9 cats? Well, some of them are considered feral, so they're outdoor cats, and then there's indoor cats. So I'm like, you're feeding the feral cats. I think they're your cats. I don't think they're feral anymore. But anyway, I have I do have a bag that's leaving my collection, so I'm going to show you guys. This bag is being traded away. I don't know if you guys have watched Ed Braun's video. He posted a video yesterday, or was it today? Yesterday, about his Fendi he purchased, and he bought it to rehab it, and he didn't like the result. I love the result, and I said, and I had this up for sale. I was going to sell it for $300 because it's $550 and it's all leather, field tote 22 Surf and Mint limited edition. Beautiful bag, never been worn, never been used. Literally, there's still foam in it. I've never used it, and I got that from Winnie. So I got that from Winnie when I traded her my Louis Vuitton Diane bag, and that was part of the trade. And the whole part of the trade was so I could get these Coach bags from her because she had got them on a sale and I wasn't able to get them. And so I traded a bunch of bags specifically to get these bags. And then I'm upset with Coach, and I'm an emotional shopper, emotional spender, emotional eater, emotional everything. Emotions are us. So since I'm upset with the Surf Mint collection from Coach because they went in the outlet, I have never used that bag. I've never used it at all. So I said I had it for sale, and Ed loves that bag. I traded him my other bag for this. I traded the larger tote for this LV bag, and so I told Ed, like, Ed, if that Fendi, that mini, I think it's called a micro Fendi, if that Fendi, if you're tired of it, let me know. And he knew I had that bag for sale. He's like, do you want to trade your tote for the Fendi? I'm like, yeah, yes, I do. Absolutely. So the irony is, in the life cycle of trading, I traded a $2,600 bag to Winnie BLV for a plethora of bags. And 2 of the bags I've traded again for a vintage LV and now a Fendi. So from that original Diane bag, and to buy the Diane bag, I had put it on layaway with a friend under consignment and had sold probably about $4,000 worth of bag to get $4,000 worth of bags to get that $2,600 bag. I'm telling you, I have not made good choices financially or in bags or in trading or anything, but I'm not a financial investor. Please don't take my advice when it comes to money. I just do what made me happy, right? So I wanted the Diane bag. I got rid of the other bags, got the Diane bag, realized that the Diane bag was a trophy bag and it represents something that wasn't me, but I wanted to be me. So I was very happy to trade that to Winnie to get these Surfer Mint totes from Coach. Now I'm angry at Coach. So I said, you know what? I'm never going to use these bags. Let me trade them to Ed. And Ed's like, I got this cute little Fendi that I bought because I want it, but he's not happy with the results because he wanted it to come back to perfection. And I like imperfection. I like I like the wear. I like the corner edges having wear. I like something that looks like someone's actually used it. I like something that isn't off the showroom floor. I like something that isn't perfect. And I can tell you why, and I know why, but it's just not the best reflection of self, but because I've had to explain and show people my collection over time, I've learned why I like what I like just by having to explain it to you guys, right? So by explaining this, I my father in the military, he was very much things in its place. Things had to be very neat, very specific, very regimented, very military. Showroom ready, as in the inspection would happen, right? Everything, the yard had to be perfect because when you're a colonel, your boss is a general. And as the colonel, you are the example for everybody underneath you. And what you do reflects on the general. So it just goes downhill, right? So your house is always perfect, always showroom ready. It felt like living in a museum because we had a lot of artifacts. We had a lot of we. I grew up with, you know, silk Persian rugs and hand knotted uh, Persian rugs, wool ones. I had antiques and hand carved wood from teak wood from Burma and Cambodia, and rugs that my dad got from Pakistan, and everything was irreplaceable. Everything was valuable. Everything was, if you break it, it's broken. It's done. All the lamps in my grandmother's house were antique lamps, and my grandmother was an antique herself. I mean, she lived to be 98, so everything was 150 years old. Everything was so cleaning your house, dusting, vacuuming, everything had to be perfect. So what's wrong? You look good. He cut his hair. You look good. Oh, you shaved your beard too. You look nice. Husband cleaned up all the. I need to get a haircut myself, but anyway, and because of that, perfection bothers me. When I go to people's homes that are minimalist and everything's just so, I am legitimately that person that will go to the magazines and pull one out and let the fan not be perfect because it bothers me when it's perfect. That's why my house is cluttered. I want it to look this way. I want it to look cluttered, and this makes me feel like I'm home. When I go to places like hotels that are perfect and minimalist, I feel like I'm in a not safe space. So the first thing I do at a hotel is I mess up the bedding. Literally, I mess up the bedding. I turn down the mattress or the bedding, the sheets, and I throw my stuff down. I throw shoes on the floor. I want it to look messy and lived in and not perfect. Perfect bothers me. So I don't like, yes, yeah, the great grandparents' house was like a museum, mausoleum. Exactly, a mausoleum is for sure. And my family, not only did we have antiques, we had crystal, you know, crystal objects, valuable statuary. Statuary was a thing people collect. The ladro, Spanish porcelain. I mean, this stuff that is drilled into us. Do not break anything. Do not move anything. But we had to clean it, right? So I don't like that look. And so when it comes to bags and when it comes to things, if it's too perfect, I don't use them. So I've learned that the hard way because I love the look, but then I call it, I trophy them. I make them into trophies because um, a trophy, you get it, you covet it, you earn it, you put it on a shelf, and then you dust it and admire it. That is what I would do to some of my bags. So I had to not do that. And I think collectors are different than trophies because trophies are. I think there is some collectability in it, but I'm not looking at my things aren't a collection. I do not have children. I do not have heirs. When I leave this earth, I leave it, and all these things go somewhere else. I know not where. You know. Oh, I have a invite just came up through my pop up. I'm gonna text that to James. His friend is playing Warhammer. Let me text James real quick. Oh, you know what? I think he actually is playing with. He's in the other room playing. So we have a television here he was playing on, and then he just went to his gaming room to talk. So he's on. I can hear him talking. I need to stop buying myself nice things. Well, nice. There's nothing wrong with buying yourself nice things. If I could find them on all, I assume it. I can fix it. Yeah. What am I missing? I just broke my strand of pearls. Ooh. Well, the pearls you can restrand yourself personally, and you should knot them between each pearl. Most pearls are no longer knotted between each pearl because most pearls are freshwater pearls now. So to make it easier to produce and for they're not as precious. So they to make it faster, they just string them on one strand, and that's when they break, they all break. But they're normally stranded on silk, and they're normally knotted between each strand or each pearl or between each 5 pearls. No nice things for yourself. Yeah, I have lots of pearls. I love pearls. I actually gave my mother a whole bunch of my pearls. I have only one set of graduated pearls that are sea pearls. They're still farmed, but they're Mikimoto, and I got them because some estate sale somebody didn't know what they had, and I didn't realize they were Mikimoto. I just thought they were beautiful, and when I got home and I found the hallmark, I'm like, I think I just got myself several $1,000s worth of pearls for $200. So, but again, value is only what you're willing to pay for something, right? And that's like the thing, because that's the other conversation we were having with my online purse groups, is that people are saying, am I pricing these things unfairly? Because a lot of people are, most of these Facebook groups are just selling, like they're buy sell groups. I like the ones that are talking groups, not just buy sell groups. And the buy sell groups, they were talking about, we're listing things but people aren't buying them. Well, right now you're trying to compete with Coach having most of their things like half off. Brick and Boy says, I have several of the Chanel pearls, costume pearls, but I love them. Yes, all of the Chanel pearls are costume pearls. But here, fun fact, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, who I'm named after, all of her pearls were glass. They weren't actual pearls. They were just glass pearls. They were imitation pearls. And Majorca makes a glass pearl that's beautiful. And most of all my pearls now are farmed, but I do have 1 or 2 strands of faux, pearls. But where would you love? I just can't wear a lot of costume jewelry because of my skin allergy, or else I'd have it because I'm also a lazy jewelry person. I wear this all the time. I might change it from wrist to wrist, but I'm not taking this. There's some people who come home every day and all of their jewelry comes off. That's not me. It stays on. I sleep in it. I wash my hands. I take a shower. Everything has to get wet. I even swim in my silver, and you're not supposed to do that. I do, but I don't go swimming enough in chlorine for it to really matter. Anyway, whew. Oh, Burger Boy, I think you missed it. We went to go watch Godzilla. Phenomenal movie. If you guys are movie people, go see Godzilla. Great movie. Anyway, I know I've been chatting and talking for 2 hours now. How are you guys doing? Do you still want to hang out, or should we call it? Because I can talk for like ever, but Working Boy says I have skin allergies to Chanel costume doesn't affect me though. That's good. I just saw it today. D. No, what did you see? D. What did I miss? I missed something. Oh, you saw Godzilla. Is there a new one? Yes, it's called Godzilla -1. It's completely subtitled. Okay, so D, if you just saw it, what did you think? Because I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was awesome. It was very emotional. I mean, I've my issue with the current Godzillas, like the ones that have happened, is that they made Godzilla not the OG. This is the OG. Yes, you agree. It's fantastic. Watch it. It's subtitled. It's awesome. It's very emotional. It's really well done. It's all in Japanese. It's phenomenal. Totally watch it. It's set in 1945. Chris, Chef Chris, I have skin allergies that are crazy. You can give me pure gold, pure silver, and my skin still doesn't like it. I understand. How about stainless steel? Nothing is truly pure, by the way. Pure gold and jewelry is not actually pure gold. There's still a blend of alloy because if it was 24 karat gold, it's too soft. Never underestimate the big guy. He rules. Just Chris, I'm about to send all of my earrings, bracelets, rings, and cash for gold places and just have it scrapped. If you can't wear it, you know. Night everyone. Night Angela. Brooklyn boy. I used to love subtitled movies, but I'm getting old. I can't see it well enough to just get pissed off and leave. Well, maybe it won't be so bad at the theater because it's so huge. I mean, and I sit in the front row, like the front row before the first 5 rows. You know, that front row. That's where I sit. But on television, I hear you. It's hard to see. I in my 20s, no problem. Now that I'm in my 40s, a problem. Oh, we had so next Sunday is my husband's birthday, and my birthday is the 28th. So today we celebrated our birthday early. We went to Outback Steakhouse and we had a lovely time and it was fun. We just went the 2 of us. We didn't tell anybody. We just played hooky and didn't do chores, didn't do housework, and we just went and had a birthday because I said, look, we're going to be broke and might as well do this now, and now we don't have to worry about it, and we just hung out together, no pressure. It was great. I mean, totally recommend doing that every once in a while. Just, it was fun. You know, yay! Yeah, his birthday. We're turning 44 because we're already 43. Yeah, I always get confused because again in Thailand, I technically already 44. I would be turning 45 by their because they at birth you're 1 in Thailand. So in America, I'm a year younger. So I'm actually turning 44. And he's turning 44. We're the same age. I may be the only person in the earth, but I watch most YouTube videos with I love YouTube videos subtitles is fun, especially on your phone. I do that. I like doing that because my dad was hearing impaired. He had tinnitus, and then my godfather was hearing issues. So a lot of the times they had Bluetooth headphones for TV, and then we just put the subtitles on. I don't like having a lot of noise. You always see me with headphones on because we don't actually play. When we watch television, it's pretty rare now. He has earbuds in, I have headphones in. It's a quiet household. This is not really loud. Okay, now I want to sell my high-end purses, totes. Which buy sell group are you in? Okay, so the Latina, the Coach Gone Rogue is the Facebook group, and they just do Coach bags. There's a Coach and Dooney group. If you find me on Instagram, Latina, which is under the same name, I think I can link that in the Facebook in the chats. Hang on, where is my? How do I share? There we go. Oh, there we go. And now I just do copy link and go back to the live. And here we go. I'm going to throw it in the chat. This is my Instagram. So if you go here and send me a message, I can tell you what the names of the groups are. I might be able to. No, I don't. I don't have it on my desktop. Julie, oh hi. Okay, now I'm not leaving, guys. I'm staying. I was gonna get off. I've been on for 2 hours, but yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Julie, hi. I showed your bag. Um, so yes, so people sell, a lot of people in my buy sell groups that are on Facebook, they actually sell on several platforms. And I know this because I'm bag obsessed, and look at all the platforms, and I see I actually know who they are because by the bags that they're posting, right? The images. So a lot of them post on Facebook, Mercari, Poshmark, the buy sell groups. Here's the risk of buy sell groups. I do recommend, if you're selling things on Facebook to people that you do not know, you always want to do PayPal goods and services. You want to film yourself packing it, or take photos and insure it. And then when you're receiving something, if you're trading, it's always a risk. I I view everything I trade as a loss, and if I get the trade in return, like it actually happens, then that is to me a success. But there's no guarantee someone's going to send you a trade. It's on your honor system. It's worked out for me, but you have to go with your instincts and how you feel about it. If you feel like something's weird, a good deal is too good. All right, that's true. You know, so sometimes people say, "Well, trade," and they'll send you something different. Now, I've heard these stories. It hasn't happened to me. But so what we do in the Facebook groups, if you're new there, is like you ask other people, do you have references? Who have you traded with? So let's see. What am I missing? Again, I'm missing something. Autocorrect. Yes. Excellent, Jackie. Thanks. Hi, Jolie. It's okay, D. I'm used to it. Oh, Jolene instead of Jolie. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what the worst autocorrect is for me? Whenever I'm trying to spell Jesus, it's Cheezezus. It always wants to become Jesus instead of Jesus, and I'm like, social media handles, right? Selling bags is terrifying. It is terrifying. That's why I'd rather trade. And right now, selling is difficult. If you really want to sell something, you truly want to sell it, you have to do it for under everybody's numbers. So this bag, I should have been able to sell for $300. I knew I was listing it too high when I sold it, or I was listing it, but I have a credit card bill to pay, and I figured if someone bought it, that's great. If not, I keep it, no big deal. But if I had listed this for 250 or 200, I should have been able to sell it. I would have sold it within 5 minutes if I had listed it for 150. Because people are looking for a third of the value, not half the value, a third of the value at the best price you could have gotten it. That's just the way it is. And so list what you want it to sell it for and just wait. Somebody will look for that bag and want it. But you're competing with everybody selling new bags at half off right now out at the store. So if you're trying to sell that same bag half off, you're not, it's probably, unless it's special, unique, or a color someone really wants, it's going to sit there. And it doesn't matter if that robe cost $600 when you bought it. You're only going to probably sell for $225, and it's just the market. It's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Okay, who wants to trade? Well, what are you trading with, Latina? That's the key. When you do a trade post, you say looking to trade, and you put down what you're looking for. You'll say, hey, I have this bag. I'm looking for a larger bag or a smaller bag, or you put down the condition. Jolie says, I've sold tons of bags. Then scammers polluted the waters. Yes, yeah. Well, that's high end luxury anyway. Well, this is I'm talking Coach. I'm not even talking high end. I'm talking just normal everyday run of the mill $600, $200, $300 bags. I'm too old for many I have. Yeah, that's why a lot of people sell on Mercari, because the platform, it protects you, and also on the platform it insulates you from how Mercari works, or Poshmark, but Mercari is the one I prefer. You post your items, there's a fee that Mercari gets. So when the person buys your item, it's that money is held within Mercari in limbo until your buyer gets your item and they rate you, and then all sales are final, and that guarantees then the money is freed up and goes where it needs to go. And Mercari is genius for them because they're holding that money until the week or 10 days it takes your item to get in the transactions to close. So they're holding that money, that pool of money. And that's a great way to make interest when you're looking at the volume they're looking at. And it protects you. So if you sell something or someone sells you something and the listing's wrong, you can dispute it with Mercari and say, hey, look, um, I didn't, it's not that it's a refund or a return because you didn't like it. You're saying, hey, they listed the wrong thing. This is not the right. This is damaged. I want a return. And then that it goes through another process. The money gets freed up and then get returned to you through Mercari. So if you really just don't want to deal with that process of buy sell, I actually do recommend Mercari. You will make less money. There's period. But if your goal is to just get things out your door and you're not just gifting them to friends, you have to do it that way. You know, or people have had Luxation has had tons of luck with Facebook Marketplace. I don't really do Marketplace because I don't want to have to meet people in a shady corner somewhere and hand money over and goods over. That's just not the way I roll. I'd rather donate to Goodwill and gift things than have to go through that. Not for me. Hey Cammie, how's it going? I am so behind on all the Vlogmas. It's only day 3. Linda P, I take mine to consignment, not the most effective but safe. Yes, take them to Close Mentor, make penny. So here's the thing when you're looking at consigning or selling any of your bags, any return is more than the 100% loss you already sunk into it. So when you're selling something and you're like, that's only a 20% return from what I invested into this bag to begin with. Yes, that's true. But you already lost 100%. So is it worth getting the 50% back and losing only half? Or do you want to lose the 100 and just hang on to the item? It's just based on what you want. Birkenboy says, what I'm saying is luxury resale is crazy and they're all priced to retail. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you watch She's the Posh. She talked about her rebag experiences. And Winnie, in one of her last videos, was talking about how she got quotes from Fashion File or one of the consignment shops. And they were for her Prada re-edition crystal bag. They were offering her, I think, $1,000 or less than $1,000, and that bag sells for over $2,000. And so the consignment store will give you a third of the value, if less, and then they'll sell it for at cost because now it's especially if it's not being produced anymore, or just a few $100s under retail. But they paid the person who gave them the product a third of the value. That's just the way it is. Oh man, I hate meeting in person. I will when selling, but buying precious metals, but that's only because shipping is a gamble these days. That's true. Shipping is a problem. Jolie, I've done Marketplace, met at Sally Beauty's, and only with females. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I don't want to do it. Linda Peace is testing. This time I'm not the most effective but safe. How smart. So anyway, yeah. So right now the resale game is slow and stagnant, and I'm having a hard time just trading bags. Because you have to want that bag. You have to want the bag, and I'm swapping bags in perfect condition. And I'll tell people I'm not looking for perfect condition. I'm just looking for a larger bag or a certain color bag, and I was having a hard time selling anything. I'm not the best at sales. I mean, I worked sales for years and years and years. I know how it works. And I worked my butt off in college to get out of that because it's cutthroat. Sales is cutthroat. I feel bad for anyone trying to resell capucines. They hold none of their value. No. People buy capucines because they love them. And I think people who resell capucines buy them and realize they don't love how they function because they're beautiful bags, but they don't really function that well. And in my humble experience, LV leather shows too much corner wear. Other than the epi, and that's because the epi is coated very well. But I've had several Empreinte leather LV bags, and for something as valuable as they are, for as much as they cost, I had a bag that was purchased manufactured and sold in 2015. I bought it in 2019. And in the few years that bag was out, it showed the cornerware like it was 10 years old. And I'm not kidding. So for me, I look at corners, I look at construction. I would rather have Vaquera. It's a sturdier leather than the Empreinte. Honest to goodness. And people love the Empreinte, but I do not. I do not. I do not. I love the way it looks. I do not like how it functions. And again, I have to have beauty and function. It has to be practical and beautiful. So for me, I still love the canvas or the epi. Now the capucines I've never touched, so I don't know about the leather or the capucines. I'm just saying that the Empreinte bags are not as durable as you think. I don't have any issues with the Fendi, just chat with Chris, but LV, look at the corners and it scrapes. Yes, exactly. And it has to do with the finish on the leather. That's all it is. D says, I won't meet buyers in person, period. Too many freaks out there. I agree. You live in Florida. All the news stories start with man in Florida, woman in Florida. Jolie, right, but you have to care for, yes, but I don't mind if Vaquera shows spots and water and wear and marks and colors. Doesn't bother me. That's what bothers people. They want to be perfect. The wear on the corners bother me with the corners of the Empreinte because I had the color was a blueberry color. It was beautiful. As those corners wear, they wear white, even though it's a colored leather because of the way they dye and process it. So that bothered me with that bag. So what happened was I stopped using it because I was worried about it. The other Empreinte leather I had was a Speedy in rose ballerine, and I wear blue jeans. Bad plan. And I was so terrified of transfer that I wasn't wearing it. So those are the two Empreinte bags I had. The Vaquera and the treated Vaquera, no problems with. I actually really prefer the treated, the brown leather of the Damier Bean, the best. I think that wears the best. And I like the canvas because it's lighter. Some of those bags, like the Artsy bag, I think the only reason why the Artsy is being discontinued out is because it's so heavy. It's super heavy for a canvas bag and awkward, to get in and out of. I usually try and ruin my Vaquera early and get past that stage. Yes. Mine are great, Julie. D says, I don't like capucines. I think they are, where to go? I think they're overpriced and non-functional for me. Julie, Empreinte is a weak, pathetic leather for a bag. Yes, I agree. So the thing about the capucines is I think they're beautiful. Winnie's capucine, that blue capucine, I thought it was gorgeous. But the way the handle is structured and the way it works, if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, it doesn't matter how pretty that bag is. If it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. I would never buy one. If I was gifted one, I would be thrilled, but it wouldn't function for, like, I'm getting a micro Fendi this big that I'm probably just going to use for lipstick to put in my other bags. It's like, but for me, that's function. To me, I love that. To me, I'll use that. To me, I'll have fun with that. The color's perfect. But the capucine for what, 6-8 grand now, for $8,000, I would rather just and I'm saying this as a person who does not buy Chanel bags. I would rather just go get a Chanel bag. And I don't even really love Chanel. I mean, I love Chanel cosmetics and beauty and the story of Chanel. I like their ready to wear, but I'm not a huge fan. I think a quilted bag is a quilted bag. I'm not chasing after Chanel. I'm not chasing after Hermes either. If I ever get the opportunity, I'd love one, but I work for the state. I'm a government state employee. It's not that I can't dream. It's just that if I actually got let's say, the only Hermes bag I really truly think I could use, want, and love and use daily in my life would be the Bolide. And that one, if I could find one, I would buy one. But I can't imagine myself with a Birkin anything working for the state government. It's kind of silly, And when it's a third of, gosh, a Birkin is probably, if I buy a Birkin 25, the one Dale has, I think she said she spent $8,000 for that. Yeah, no, it's more than my car. You know, the handle is in the way, and the shorter handle hobo bags, like the short. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, I missed something. Who is Birkin Boy says, I love the capucines if they would remove the flap. I have 2 and sold them both because of that. Really, the flap is what did it? Interesting. I love epi leather and damier bean. And Chris says, if I can get capucine in bad enough condition, I'll plan to take out the middle. Ooh. Structurally, I'm not sure that's the way it's going to go. Good morning, Barilla. I don't know who Barilla is. Chester Chris, 7K plus, and that's not even for a fun variety. Jolie says, I have lambskin bag that I got for what? $30 lambskin? Jolie, send me a photo. I want to know. D. Higginbotham, I don't go after Chanel or Hermes. I just like it. Thank you for deleting. D. Higginbotham. Thank you, moderators, for keeping us safe. Birkin Boy says Birkin 30 in Togo leather is $12,000. Yeah. That's a third of my income. I mean, my take-home income. Annual income at that. Chat with Chris, I want an unlimited credit card like Dale. And I was shocked that when she actually answered my question about that card, how she paid. Well, she's very open. And the thing is, unlimited just means you have to pay it. It doesn't mean it's really unlimited. It just means that you borrow and you pay in such a way that they know that you're going to pay whatever you charge. 3,000 is for a bag is absurd. It just Thank you, Linda S, for taking out the troll. I was just reading it to make sure. Jolie says, I want to try and to take the center out of the bag sometimes. The fabric ones, yes. The ones that have more structure, no. Trolls need to get another hobby. I don't know why people bother coming into... I don't know why people go into luxury bag channels, and I'm not that, but people do, and they write something like, why are you spending that much money? Which is what we're talking about, but... Again, I'm not buying a $12,000 Birkin, and I don't actually have a problem with people doing it. It's just that I can't, and it's not even something I can try to save up for. If I actually saved up enough money to actually buy a $12,000 bag, I honestly would probably spend that money doing something else. When it came down to it. So that's the problem. Should we... Okay, I'm going to just remove this lady. I'm sorry, ma'am, but you're gone. There, that should have done it. So whoever she is, I don't know her. She's never commented before. I just hit her from the channel, so I don't know if what it does, but we'll see. Oh yes, I realize it's not free money, Chris. I wish, but still, the idea that I could be trusted with such capacities, that's appealing to me. Yes, I thought so. D says, good catch, Linda. Thanks, Jack. Thank you, Jackie. I did removed. Yeah. I don't know who she was. I have no idea what that was about. But trolls, I don't understand. People come on. Okay, look, I've been called everything under the sun, and I've been criticized on how I look my entire life, my weight, my looks, all of it. So they can't hurt my feelings, but I don't want anybody to be targeted for anything or feel like they have to defend me or anything. So it's fine. I also don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, because YouTube is sensitive. YouTube is very sensitive. It's like, that doesn't meet our community guidelines, but then their community guidelines are not as clear as they should be. And a lot of things are subjective, like what I think is not a controversial subject can be. Chris says, I swear the trolls on my account are robots. The comments don't even apply to anything I'm talking about in the video. Most of what I get are people trying to sell fakes. And they'll couch it under different personal account, fake accounts, and they'll say, "I just bought this great bag for my friend," and name some knockoff brand or something like some. And actually, YouTube is doing a better job than Instagram. Instagram on a daily, I am deleting private accounts. Like, how much do people actually fall for this catfishing? Hey, Favorites with Laura, everybody! Favorites with Laura is also a YouTube content creator. If you're looking to find more things to watch, just stopping to say, hey, Favorites with Laura, nice to see you. I'm behind on all my videos. I know it's only the 3rd of December, but Vlogmas is already swamped. I went and back and forth with the guy who trolled me. Yeah, sometimes I sit there and troll with them, but it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. It's not worth their time, The ones that get me are the phone ones. Phone solicitors. They're like, "Oh, do you have a moment? And we can do this, and we can be like, look, I don't have time." And you try to be polite, and they just keep you on the phone. And I just end up. I don't even pick up the phone now unless I know the phone number, and I tell people that, like, look, you can call me, leave a message. If I don't know your number, I'm not answering the phone because you've won a free cruise. We're doing this. Vote for this party. I'm like, guys, block, 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 block. There's a guy on Instagram who keeps doing me about how, no, block them from your account. That's ridiculous. They're the ones with the problem and the issue. And I don't know why they're taking the time to even say anything. I went to his channel. It's that's what Jolie says. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to get worse before it gets better with me because I'm still a new channel with only 1,000 subscribers. So while it's a great many subscribers to me, I was told by some other YouTubers that as you get more and more subscribers, you actually get more people being trolls. And I'm like, what? And one subscriber or one channel content creator says as soon as she reached 20,000 subscribers, trolls just came out of the woodwork. Like they had it for her. Like, so people just have to report your channel, and then it goes into a whole system, and before it can be, and if you're at the point where you have like 20,000 subscribers, you're making money with YouTube with AdSense. So when your channel's not up, it's not producing, and that affects people. So it's just crazy. No, this was a personal attack. Ooh. Block them, Brooklyn Boy, and don't need that nonsense. No, we don't. Favorite Lord, I usually respond, but I say nothing really to what they said. I just like their comment, and I put a heart and emoji. Yes. Jolie, someone was using our channel to start a rift. Oh. Whose channel was that, Jolie? Brooklyn Boy, he just kept coming back under different accounts. I don't care. I know how fabulous, because you are fabulous. Oh my gosh. He's just jealous. It's his problem. That person who's doing all those. Chris, I think it's ludicrous that the trolls, because they can fool one person, they hella money for them. Jolie says we took care of it. A team. Dawn's Dawn. Hey, Dawn. How's it going? Yeah, we're just chatting and hanging out on a Sunday. Yes, you. Yeah, so we're talking about trolls because we had a troll come through, and thank you to the moderators for kicking them out. And then I hid them from the channel. I didn't read it, but is someone who's I've never seen before and never commented. People really just like to keyboard. I think Brian Simpson said they called it keyboard warriors, where they talk. It's just their fun thing. They just do it for fun. Hey Don, how are you guys doing? What bags are you guys looking at? Are you guys done with Christmas shopping, or have you started Christmas shopping? Inquiring minds want to know. Chris says, "Oh my gosh, I thought I was." Oh no, it's Sunday. Chris, it's Sunday. Oh, Jolie, we never even seen each other's channels. Really? And they're trying to pit you against each other? That's ridiculous. I'm on a Dior kick. Ooh, which Dior thing? I like Dior Beauty. My mother has a Lady Dior, but I've actually never been into a Dior like boutique. I've only used their cosmetics. I actually really like high-end cosmetics because you could go to the counter and try things on and find things you liked. And I always found that when I bought things from the drugstore, I just ended up throwing them away, because the colors didn't work. And I know that you can return them, but I never did. I didn't know you could when I did that. Chris, when you're between jobs like me, you lose track of the days. I get it, Chris. Favorites with Laura. I love Dior. Yeah. The book tote. Really? You bought the book tote? Ooh, which pattern? Because they have so many. Is trolling to get people back. Oh, Jolie, that's so true. I didn't think of it that way. But yeah, they get the kicks from getting people's channels taken down. Because I think that's what my friend was telling me when she met 20,000 subscribers, and her channel did get taken down for like 2 weeks. That's great, Dawn. I like Dior. The bags just don't work for my lifestyle. Really? Even their totes? Chris, I know it's silly, but I'm intimidated to go into Dior. That's because the salespeople they all wear uniforms. They have a dress code. Most of the salespeople and most of these stores do, so they look intimidating. We're not used to seeing people dressed in all black and suits and stuff. I bought the medium Around the World pre-loved. Whoa, that's so cool. That's awesome. Congratulations, Dawn. I love totes. All totes, especially, beautiful totes. And that's a beautiful tote. Chats with Chris. I feel like it's too sterile or something. Yeah, they do that on purpose. They make it look sparse and artistically placed. And it's supposed to highlight the items. But people... they're just people in the store. You're going to meet nice ones. You're going to meet not nice ones. As a sales associate, we all have goals. They all have bills, And here's the thing, as a salesperson, the person walking, and this is why I say sales is cutthroat. When you work in sales, you have an hourly rate and then a rate plus commission for most sales. So they say we'll give you this minimum wage, and then if you meet these sales goals, you'll get this bonus, which is really just a living wage at that point. So when you're in sales, everybody walking through that door is how you pay your utility bill, how you pay your child support, how you pay your car. I mean, you can be friendly and you can be nice, but at the end of the day, every sale means you can pay your bills as a salesperson. And the best salespeople never let you feel that way. You don't let the client feel like they're paying your bills and your meal ticket. You never ever do that. But a lot of people do, which is why people get that feeling when they go into a store that they're being profiled, because they kind of are. And that's why a lot of salespeople in sales stores, especially like LV, every person coming through the door in LV gets given a sales associate right then, and they follow you. And I mean, they're just there trying to make money and work in a sales job that's not paid very well. It doesn't matter if it's high end or working at PetSmart. They're not high paying jobs. Sales only can make it if they can make the money above the dollar hourly rate. And the very successful ones have done it for a long time, and they have a clientele. And the point is, if you truly love what you're selling, then it doesn't matter, because you can sell ice to Eskimos, because you will sit there and talk about every way ice can freeze and how it can be shaped and formed and used. You can talk about why you need this particular ice crystal versus this ice crystal, whatever crystal it is. But if you're just there because you want to sell that brand because it's high end and it's more dollars, and people can spot you, and that's how it comes. Sometimes you don't click with the sales associate. because they don't really love it, and if they love it, you can sell it. I sold stuff. I sold stuff all the time. I sold jewelry. I sold watches. I sold artwork. I sold if the person who is just, they're already coming through the door. They're already coming through the door. That's half the battle. That's most of the battle. They're already looking. They already want to buy something. They already like what they're looking at. Don't be pushy. Don't be obtrusive. Don't upsell. Listen to what they're asking for. Listen to what they really want, and then find it for them. That's not hard. But it's like they have it's just cutthroat, because I would work in sales and they would say, good night, Laura, working boy, LV CAs don't make crap on canvas bags. That's why they're always pushing leather. Yeah. And that's designed that way. Laura says, I'm gonna run, but night, Laura. LV associates are always very kind to me when I don't buy. Yes, that's what salespeople should be like always. Anywhere you go, there should be no profiling. You should not be judged whether or not you're going to buy something or not. They shouldn't teach you differently whether you buy something or not. They should just show you their customer service. You are the client. You have walked into the store. I am representing that brand. I am selling you I'm helping facilitate a sale. The sale will do itself. The product is there. The building has been built. The product is there. The people are coming in. If they're coming in, they want the thing. So all you have to do is be kind, considerate, and listen. That's it. And I think when you go into the stores, the high end stores where people feel like they're being profiled and they're not being helped, it's people are people. Sometimes people have a bad day. So I don't think you should judge the entire brand on one experience or two experiences, really. But it's rough, because as a salesperson, I can say you shouldn't do that, but as a salesperson, I know that happens. And this is also why I got out of sales. I'll be honest. I don't have a channel, just Instagram, same name. Yes. Burger Boy, what's the name of your channel? Yes, he's just a good friend, and he puts in all the comments, and he's a content consumer. So I really I loved sales, but sales wasn't sustainable, because without a constant, which is why I love my state agency job. I like constant work, constant dependable income. I know when I'm having off. I know there's no feast and famine. There isn't a buy season and a sell season. And I think it's wrong that as a salesperson, you have to make a certain percentage of your sales. And then if that client returns that item, you lose that percentage. And when you could have been making that's a difference between you making or breaking your payments, or your what you get paid that month, or your bills having to be paid. So most people, anyway, it's another soapbox of mine as a former sales associate. I love people. I love talking. I love product. I was a Macy's makeup girl for one season. I loved it. I always wanted to be a makeup girl at the Macy's counter for Estee Lauder. Loved it. And then I learned the inside part of the business and was devastated. And I wasn't able to shop in that establishment for almost 20 years because I was so disheartened at the back door policies, and they would tell you, hey, we need to get this much sold. We need to get this one done. We need to push this product, not that product. I would give my sales to my fellow co-workers who were full-time employees. As a seasonal employee, my sales didn't matter. I was only an hourly income anyway, so I didn't make sales on top of my hourly rate. So when I sold enough to justify me working there, I gave away my sales by keying in my coworkers' code. I'll tell them, hey, look, because people were just buying things because they needed them. Like, I need these face creams, it's $300. And like, I don't need the commission off that. So I went over to the salesperson, hey, ring these people up with your code. And then we'll ring them up and you'll get the sale. So they could, feed their kids. That was my second job. Actually, it was my third job. This is also why I'll never be wealthy, guys. I give stuff away. I think life's too short. As I said, when I die, it stays here. This stuff will be here. I can't take it with me. I mean, your channel, which you don't have. Yeah. I just approved UD. Linda P. should. Oh, those who are new to the channel, if you follow DD Bean and Melissa's Corner are doing a live tomorrow at 3 Central Time for the launch of part of their 12 days of Christmas. I think they're doing 12 red days of Christmas, I think is what they're calling it. They're a little worried that no one's going to attend. They're both channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers, so they're new. Yeah. New-ish, and they haven't done lives before. It'll be their first live. So if you're around 3 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, show up. Hey, Chris. Yeah, I can't go. I'm going to be at a convention. I'm sad. I have I must say, I love conventions. I actually really enjoy them. I like the keynote speakers are always my favorite. They're always the most interesting. My little dog. So anyhow, I've been chatting with you guys for 3 hours. It's 8:30, so I need to take medication and get ready for bed. And I will be back live Tuesday after work, so about 6:30 Central Time, if anybody is around. And then I'll be going live again on Friday. Jolie may or may not be with me. I don't know. We haven't coordinated because I don't schedule nothing. I'm trying to keep my YouTube lives consistent so people know when to show up, or just, not just when to show up, that I'm available, that we're all here, because, nothing's worse than having friends and then some people don't show up. Anyway, night. Thank you. No, it's fine, Dawn Stonut. Catch us on the replay, or I'll be back. It's fine. My lives don't get a lot of views, so I'm happy that y'all are here hanging out with me. And I'm okay with them not getting a lot of views because I'm here to hang out with you. And my videos and shorts do most of the heavy lifting for the channel. So those who watch those, thank you. I think you all do at some point. This month will be, we'll see. I'll be very interested to see the analytics about how my month of not posting every day, like I've done for 3 or 4 months now, what that does. So anyhow, have a great night. I'm ending the stream. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, Birkin Boy, Linda. Thank you to the moderators, Linda S, D. I don't know if Flexstational's here or not. She might have already gone. All of my friendly mods, thank you for keeping us safe, and I will see you guys later in the week. Bye.